The following show is not intended for children under the age of 17. There will be foul language and adult content. Viewer discretion is advised.
When I'm in my zone, I feel like I'm alone. I feel like I'm unknown to the world that's full of clones. My originality's focused on principalities broken. I'm loaning my heart and soul to the game that's scared to pay it back. And failure is a motherfucker. The strength to go on and believing in another sucker who don't see the vision in you. So you gotta work harder times two. Gotta make it do what it do. With the limited sources you have, your dream is still a finding motivation in you and inspire the world to do what you can. If you love it, then fuck it, get through it. Yeah. Mumble mentality activated. I waited for so long. Get burdens I've outweighed. When you see me in my zone.
Damn. It's almost like we ain't been gone long enough sometimes, but we here because we love y'all so very much. And of course, it's your favorite day of the week. Some of y'all call it hump day. Some of y'all call it whatever y'all like to call it, the middle of the week. Some of us just call it another fucking day that ends in Y because we had a short week because of Labor Day on Monday. But the rest of us just going to call it Gentleman's Talk Wednesday because that's what we here for. So we told y'all we have an absolutely loaded ass show for y'all today. At some point, the rest of the crew will find their way here and clock in and come back to work. But right now, they on a extended lunch break right now, probably asleep in the car right now, about to get caught by the manager.
Those work naps hit differently, all right?
Listen, I don't get those. All right. My job is constantly on the move. We don't get them daytime on the move naps. Like if I do, I'm gonna miss the whole work day because I ain't gonna wake up.
Look, for those who know, when you get that hour lunch break and go nap in your car, turn that AC up and lean that seat back, you kind of uncomfortable, but like you so tired. Fuck the discomfort.
Yeah, but then you wake up with like 2 minutes to spare and you like sprinting back in the office trying to clock back in.
Look,
for those who still clock in, sorry, I'm a salary employee. I haven't clocked in quite.
You're not wrong. Look, I done went over many a lunch break because I was trying to haul ass, piss real quick, take a sip of Red Bull, and get to the punch clock. Look, I've been that guy. It gets better.
Running and wiping your slobber off and shit, trying to get the one crusty you somehow built up in your shit. But anyway, I digress because that's we can get on random tangents like that. But of course, as per usual. According to some other pseudonym that I've gone by in my life, I am the one that they call Mr. GQ. And as per usual, let's talk about it.
What's happening, y'all, is outlaw and never fix what someone else broke.
So sometimes it will be great for y'all to be behind the scenes and see what the fuck be going on in our chat. Because sometimes when I tell you we be on some shit, So we got into this little tangent that came out of absolutely nowhere. And it had everything to do with children. And it started with a conversation that Outlaw brought up about why in the world nobody warned him about the ghetto-ness of children in school. So I just wanted to set that up. I am going to 100% let Outlaw do his thing, and I'm going to chime in as needed.
So, y'all, hello, world. What did Bernie used to say? Good morning, America, whatever it was. Man, so my baby girl started kindergarten, and I feel like that's a huge milestone in and of itself, but it's like the tea that she come back from school with, like, and in pre-K, she wouldn't really talk about her day a whole lot, but man, as soon as she get in the car and when we get home, like, just about an hour of just like, yep. Susie did this, Brenda did that, Jordan did this, like, I didn't know kids had so much to say about school. Like, I don't remember like school being that eventful until like about middle school, you know?
So you saying the kids got water cooler gossip type tea from kindergarten?
They just be talking about each other, like the way that my daughter be describing her classmates and the things about them. Like, she told me that one kid lost his first tooth in class and swallowed it, and the teacher had to call his mom. And I'm over here wondering, like, what happens to that tooth later on? Does he like cough it back up, or does it poop out later on? You know, just like the tooth fairy not gonna come for that tooth regardless. I don't think of that.
I hear that. So I will bring my own ghetto-ness into this. And I say ghetto-ness talking about my pre-K-er. I don't have a kindergartner just yet. I got the the practice kindergartner. So
I like what
I
you
had
did
got,
there.
yeah, I've had to, you see that like that. So we like to go to these little places and we like to win these prizes and stuff. So I got her like this miniature about this big of a one of them little pop socket things that you put on your, people put on their phones and shit. But I had one to put on her backpack. So I put it on her backpack. Her nice little pink bluey backpack. One day she comes home and it's not there. I'm like, hey, where's your little poppet? And she's like, oh, and dropped this girl's name, such and such, tried to take it and then it broke. And then the teacher had to put it in my backpack. And I'm like, and I told her to stop. And if she doesn't stop, I'm gonna have to hit her. And I'm like, oh Lord. That's like, well, now we ensuing violence over these damn poppet things. I was like, okay. It's like, it's okay. We'll get you another one. Now I fixed the backpack, I put it back on there, but apparently this one child continues to try to like wants to play with it and tries to take it off of her backpack and stuff like on the daily. And I'm like, oh, her zipper's already jacked up. Mind you, we are in the month of September and her zipper's already broken on her backpack. And
Damn.
brother, I've already done the improvised daddy methods of fixing it multiple times. Like I keep a Gerber and a pocket knife and tools in my truck at all times. So I'm always prepared to fix it. Yeah, knives are for fixing, not for other things. If you know, you know.
Man, I forgot to tell you, bro. So I thought like the nasty part of like, parenting was kind of over, like the throw
Mhm.
up and wiping asses, shitty
Yeah, yeah,
diapers
of
and
course.
stuff. I thought
Oh,
like I was kind of out of that phase.
uh-oh.
This girl left her lunch kit at school on Friday, didn't get it
Oh.
back home until like Wednesday. When I tell you that the inside of her lunch kit was rancid, bro. Like she had some moldy strawberries in the motherfucker that like had seeped through. Lunch kit smelled like,
Yeah.
goddamn skunk booty.
Bro,
Don't you laugh
strawberries
back.
are
Don't stop laughing. That she in the
see
back.
see evil. Strawberries are horrible too. Like they just keep going. Like they don't stop. They
Yeah.
just get mushy and they just disintegrate and they absorb into whatever the fuck they're in. Like strawberries are one of the worst things you like. Strawberries and milk are like two of the worst things you can leave in a container over an extended period. Milk, because I've
Oh
dealt with this a couple times with, my child loves her milk. And it, boy, I've had
boy,
this
that
happen a
that
few
sippy
times.
cup of milk overnight. Oh, when
Oh
you
no,
lose
brother,
it underneath the bed for like about 2 weeks.
brother, I'm gonna do you one better. When I used to take little mama to daycare, and she would leave her cup of milk in my car, and that bitch would sit in the Texas heat all fucking day. And I would get in the
Honest,
car and be like, "Fuck, I left that bottle." I pick it up, and that bitch is a fucking bottle of just solid whatever it is, and I'm like, oh, I just gotta throw the whole cup away.
I'm glad you said that because, like, honestly, bro, like, I don't try to salvage sippy cups. Like, if you don't left some milk in that motherfucker for over a day, I'm throwing it in the trash. I'm not about to unscrew that damn Hiroshima Nagasaki nuke in that mother. No, not no. And them
So
tumblers ain't cheap, bro. Like these kids,
nah,
like,
not the tumblers, not the tumblers. I'm cleaning the tumblers because I just spent like almost $40 on two more. So we not the bullshit ones. The ones I buy at HB, fuck them motherfuckers. But the ones I spend a little pocket change on now, we're gonna have to go ahead and sanitize and go through the things with that. But we're gonna
them
continue this
tumblers
little.
ain't cheap though, bro. Cause like I
Oh
bought a frozen one that was like eighteen
yeah,
dollars at Target. I was
she got
like,
a
God
she got a
damn.
bluey one, and then I just bought her a mermaid one and one that's got like rainbows and shit on it. I don't know. It was one for her to take to school. But on this tangent of the disgusting things that children do, so we didn't get to talk about this at your house. This just happened yesterday, so I didn't even get to text you about this. So my daughter has an infatuation with cleaning the toilet. So at first it comes off extremely innocent, right? And it does. Like she does nothing wrong. She grabs the toilet brush, sticks it in the toilet, swishes the water around, and then, clean toilet water gets on the toilet. That's the way I have to phrase that. And then it escalated because I went in there, she saw me do this. She saw me go in there with spray and stuff, I'm spraying the toilet, I wipe it down. So, of course, we are old school, so our parents used cleaning products that contain bleach in them. So I'm like, cool. So I sprayed it clean. I was like, ooh, that bleach kind of strong. So I went and grabbed a fan, let the fan blow, close the door, let it circulate, do its thing. That was the day before. Then yesterday, I go into the room after I get off work. I'm like, fuck, it smells like bleach in here. I go into the bathroom. Bathroom is covered in spray and the toilet bowl cleaner that you have and the clean shit. I'm like, and now mind you, at this point, my wife is doing my daughter's hair, and I'm like, Calissa, did you just try to clean the toilet again? And she's like, yeah, did I do a good job, Daddy? Yes, baby. You almost killed your daddy with the damn bleach fumes in the air. Fucking
Goddamn
almost
mustard gas.
so normally the story would stop there. Oh, here's where it gets the worst of the worst. I'm over here setting up shit. I'm doing my homework, some other shit. And my wife's like, something smells wrong. I'm like, oh fuck, she sprayed more bleach. That's all I'm thinking. She sprayed more bleach. No. It gets worse. She decided, because my daughter is notorious for two things: using her bathroom and our bathroom to take a shit and not flush. so so she took a shit in our bathroom, didn't flush, cleaned the toilet with the shit water. I mean, stuck the toilet brush in the fucking tub, in the damn toilet, and switched it around and put shitty water on the fucking toilet and on the part of the floor. And I'm like, you can't make this shit up. And in
And
her mind, she is just like, did I do a good job?
you know
No, you
what?
just sprayed fucking fecal matter all across the fucking bathroom. And I gotta go in here and clean this shit up before we all die. Like, what are we doing? Like, this is my life.
Knowing my niece, I 100% believe all of it. Like I can picture all of it.
This is daily activities of my daughter.
Like our daughters are both terrorists, but like yours is they're different kind of like psychopaths.
Oh yeah. Mine is like she will 100% smile in your face, give you a kiss, be sweet to you, and you leave her alone for 2 minutes, and the world is ended. Like I could not leave her in a room with a doomsday button. She
She
would
gonna
push that
try
bitch.
it,
She would push that motherfucker immediately. There would
and
be
that
no, there would be no like, there's no Dee Dee from Dexter's Lab. There is no what does this button do? She's gonna run over and push that motherfucker, like without a second thought.
and that's what I noticed about her. Between the two of our kids, like Calissa is low key the ringleader. Like that's the like they both bad, quote unquote, but like that's the one that has like the intrusive thought and gonna do it.
Oh yeah,
And Alyssa gonna be a fucking follower and be like, let's do it for the plot.
yeah. She's yes, she is a mastermind. She is very. She's not quite on the level of Stewie Griffin, thank goodness, but she might have taken a couple of his classes. I don't think she's building weapons to like try to take me out or anything, but I don't know. I could be her Lois in this situation. She could be plotting to take me the fuck out because I am kind of mean to her sometimes because I don't give her everything she wants. Like today, the whole conversation was, "Daddy, I want to go to the zoo." Okay, well, Daddy's got to move some money around and get it sorted out. We can figure out. She's like, "What do you mean?" So she goes and grabs her piggy bank. Her piggy bank has fake money in it, and then she brings me this shiny thing. She's like, "Daddy, what's this?" I was like, "This is a quarter. It's worth 25 cents." Okay, we have enough money to go to the zoo. In what world? Roblox, Minecraft? Because we ain't going to goddamn zoo with 25 cents. I
My
applaud you for assuming that the world is not very expensive, my child, but unfortunately the world is. And I have discounted tickets for my other occupation, but still, actually I have damn near free tickets. But it's the shit inside the zoo that's
that's how they
expensive.
get you.
And we got some cotton candy, icy junkies. We've taken our daughters to the rodeo carnival. We know how this shit goes.
But I feel like it kind of ties into like something I've been wanting to talk about. Like there ain't nothing wrong with our kids being spoiled, having high standards, thinking shit is cheap. Like we work so hard and make it look effortless. They don't
Oh yeah.
understand like how hard the struggle is because so them life is comfortable. Like, yeah,
Yeah,
we
life
got
is
a
good.
recession and inflation going on, but like
They
our
can't spell
kids
either of them words.
at all. But our kids think we cooling.
Yeah,
Like
I'm saying the day that my daughter said it to me in the most serious, disrespectful manner is that my daddy got a Disney card, he can afford it. I was like, because my debit card got the Magic Kingdom
I know
castle
what
on
you're
it.
talking about. I know
And I'm
exactly what you're
like,
talking
that's what you equate money to? Is that I have a Disney card? I was like, I mean, you're right. Disney has a ton of money, so you're not wrong. But Daddy ain't got Disney money, and not even close. I don't have a 15th of Disney money. Um, Disney can probably no, but it's funny because like in my full time profession, I have these same conversations with these high school kids, and I'm like, you guys have to think of it like this. Think of your current life situation. Think of how your life is at home. Can your parents do for you what you need done? And if they can't, do you want to do and provide those things for your future children and families that you're going to have? And it makes them think. I've never seen a 17-year-old just stop and be like, I've never thought of it like that. Say, welcome to the reality of what's known as real life. Because when you graduate from high school, you are no longer protected under that little bubble that you're protected under, which is get your happy ass up in the morning, get on a school bus, go to school from 7 to 2:45, 3 o'clock, whatever the fucking case might be. You know, go to football practice, basketball, volleyball practice, whatever. All go do the things. Go be a high school student. The day you graduate is the day real life happens. You are no longer protected. You have to start being a contributing member of society in one way, shape, form, or fashion. Whether you are going to work, going to college, joining the military, doing a trade, working the family business, whatever. But you have to start contributing to society and building your empire. So when I ask these questions and they start thinking about it, they're just like, no one's ever framed it that way before. I was like, well, yeah, because most times people are just saying things just to say things. I'm telling you these things from experience, and it has nothing to do with either of our parents in this situation. It's just we have genuinely thought about how we grew up, and we had to ask ourselves this question. This is what makes the millennials such a unique group of people, because we went through a very strange roller coaster of a life. Like, we also went through a time when the world was dramatically changing. Like the
We went from
dial-up age.
analog to
Yeah,
digital.
like the dialogue, like the dial-up internet. We went to DVDs. We were from VHS to DVDs. We were the early stages of Blu-ray. We were the transition from bullshit
We
ass
were
cell
the
phones to
at the
what we
dawn of
have
social
now.
media.
Yeah, like we were the beginning of what the world is now. Like, when I was in high school, we were talking about Bitcoin as a joke. People are literal millionaires off of Bitcoin now. We were joking about this shit when I was in high school. That's how long and that's how much our generation has gone through. Is that something like that, right? Bitcoin is our generation's Microsoft for the previous generation, because everybody did the same shit about Microsoft, Microsoft, Google. Those were running at like, man, that shit ain't gonna blow up. Please. Everybody and their mom either has something that is Google powered, Microsoft powered, or both. Every computer you have Microsoft Edge and Google Chrome, and you got Safari, or whatever the fuck it's called for Apple. So it's like, so we had Bitcoin, and now you have all these other things, like, and then the world of streaming. Good Lord. YouTube used to be for research purposes.
Dude,
It was
there
not for what it is now.
it's so funny. We talk about this all the time, like how kids hate like ads on like YouTube or like the streaming services that ain't the premium ones. I told my daughter, like, when we were kids, like a commercial, you couldn't skip it. You were in there. You had to just sit there and like watch that thing all the way through, or go make a
Yeah.
sandwich or a bowl of cereal.
Yeah, like you had to figure it out. Like, I think we talked about it. We talked about it at your house this weekend. We talked about the living room children.
Dude,
Like,
it's the most mind blowing but heartwarming thing ever. Like, my daughter thinks this is her house,
yeah.
and low key it is her house. She go in any room that she want to go in. She in my room right now. She got her own
No.
goddamn room. She on my floor right now watching TV.
Oh yeah, no, and you've been to my house. My daughter leaves her DNA in every crevice of this house.
The living room is her. That's her
Like,
room.
I'm in my office right now, and to my right is a fucking trampoline.
That was supposed to be your man cave. Half of it is her cave.
Yeah, like there is a trampoline, books, and additional storage for toys and all of her learning, things, and
And it
then
ain't like
there's
shit. Her room big as hell too.
yeah, I don't recall being 4 years old with my own room like that.
Kids these days got it so fucking made. Like the way that we will go out of our way to give them what we didn't have.
Mhm.
And it's
Oh no, for
all
sure.
out of fucking love. Like I feel like millennials, we are the generation that looked at what our parents did, appreciated it for what it was and for what it wasn't, and was like, I gotta do better than this shit.
Yeah, like we completely understand why things were the way they were because at a young age we kind of had to grow up. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, we understood what it meant for our parents to be on Medicaid, on housing, like we on and food
Food
stamps. Like
stamp.
we knew EBT, like we knew what all that shit meant. Like we as 6, 7, 8, 9, 10-year-old kids understood, oh, okay, I go to the eye doctor, I gotta go to the Medicaid section to get my glasses. Like we knew what that meant. Like we, getting up on a Saturday and going to the church to the local food drive to get boxes of food to bring that shit back home. And it wasn't the name brand stuff, but it was food nonetheless. You know what I'm saying? We understood survival.
Bro, like putting shit on layaway,
Oh
not buying
man.
the shit right there in front. Like I ain't never had to put no shit like for my
So
daughter. Like just I'm gonna put this shit on like after pay. Like I buy
you
the
know
shit
what's
right
you
there,
know
right
what's
then and there.
diabolical? You know what's diabolical about layaway? Layaway was literally, again, the millennials, we went through this, the early stages of pay later, pay over
Afterpay,
time.
that was afterpay.
Like we were already going through this because layaway is how our parents pretty much bought Christmas stuff, birthday stuff, back to school stuff. Like you could put stuff on layaway in like March for August. Like, and that's what a lot of our parents did. Like I'm gonna go ahead and get next year's school clothes. I'm gonna put them bitches on layaway, pay that shit off at Target, Kmart, Walmart, whatever. People was buying electronics on layaway, like except for like you couldn't get like the super high end stuff like the PlayStations and Xbox
Yeah,
and shit
no,
like
they
that. But
wasn't
you can
gonna do
get
all
the
that shit.
TVs, DVD players, all the type of. Then don't forget the Rent a Center scams. Yeah, Circuit City cons.
And it's just like as an adult, like you kind of pick up on like all the ghetto
Hmm.
underhanded shit that our parents did. I hate to say it like that with negative connotations, but
But
they
but
had to
where
get out the
but you're
fucking
not
mud.
but you're not wrong. But at the same time, like when I became an adult, like my saving grace was cons. I got my whole living room set out of there. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, so for me, I was like, oh, I just furnished my whole living room for like $2,500, which back in 2011 and 12 was great. Because that same set I got back then, nowadays, shit, that's $4,000 with this inflation. Easy.
I mean, I think our parents taught us how to be resourceful.
That's it.
Fucking be MacGyver, have some tenacity, figure some shit out.
Like, yeah, like sometimes did it seem like, we were doing something that felt kind of on the underhand side? A little bit, but we
A lot, a
understood
lot, a lot of it.
a lot of it. But we understood how to use our common sense and our street smarts in conjunction with each other to do what we got to do to get it done in a situation that does not get us put in jail. Because I
You
didn't
know,
cry. I very much, I never walked that line because I was terrified of being arrested. So I was like, I'm going to do what I know I can do within reason.
I feel like this is an excellent segue to something that you've mentioned before about like how people abuse the system, like, like food stamps and all that kind of stuff.
Man.
And I feel like it comes from the fact that like our parents, our generation, a lot of us had to use that shit. And a lot of us got off of it and are living decently middle class lives.
Yeah.
So
But
the
see,
shit ain't impossible.
but notice what you said. You said use it. You didn't say abuse it. You use it for what it is. It is essentially there to help you get back on your feet. That's what it's for. It's not dependence. It should never be dependence. Nowadays, people rely on child support, food stamps, and I'm like, and it shouldn't be like that. Like this current situation that's going on with PJ Washington and Brittany Renner is fucking mind blowing because there was the fact and what pissed me off about it, and it'll always piss me off about these baby mama baby daddy drama situations because it's never about the kid. It's never about the kid. It's always about who controls the kid controls the situation. So he goes over to
Unfortunately.
go get his kid, and all of a sudden, his son starts crying, and she's like, "Well, if you spent more time with him, he wouldn't cry like that." Meanwhile, her mom, who's living at this house, is recording this entire scenario, and I'm like, "Why? Why are you okay? If for the sake of discussion, if this man is your funding source, why are you out here trying to embarrass him in front of the world? If he is paying for things and helping fund whatever life you got going on, why are you trying to slander this man and make him look like a criminal for trying to pick up his kid? Like, when did spending time with your child become a thing, a thing of theatrics? And then she made a comment that which I when I went back and watched it and then read the comments, she was upset. Well, why your son only got $11,000 in his bank account? First of all,
He
mind you,
doing better than me.
hold on. Here's the thing. His son is younger than both of our daughters. He's still a baby, like crawling baby. What crawling baby got $11,000 in the bank? You know what I'm saying? So and karma, right? Karma plays a phenomenal role because today PJ Washington signed a 4-year, $90 million extension with the Dallas Mavericks. And his current wife, his wife, girlfriend, whatever she is now, bought him a new Rolls Royce after all that bullshit happened. And I'm like, I will forever have a problem with this child support system because it just makes one person look like a complete dirtbag and the other person look like the winner, if you will. And there's no winner in this scenario. At the end of the day, when a child support situation is decided upon, the child is still without one of their parents in a lot of cases. Some situations have phenomenal co-parents. The situations that we typically see all the time, the mother has the child and the mother now holds the child over the father's head. That's what we see. It's terrible. I don't think it should be that way. I've never thought it should be that way. Like, I really want that whole system to be thrown the fuck out and restarted from the ground up because I want to see more judges and prosecutors and all the above go into these situations and I'm going to do it like this. Do it like the military does it. I want to look at the total person concept. I want to know the father. I want to know the mother. I want to know what they do. I want to know everything about them so that now I understand who they are as people, what they do, how they were before they got together. And then I want to start looking at the financials. The financials should be the last thing I look at because some situations, both parents got bread. Some situations, the mother is the breadwinner. Some situations, the father is the breadwinner. Don't really care. That should be the last thing I look at, though. I need to look at the total parent person concept first because that's going to give me a general sense of, okay, they're genuinely good people. And then I literally need to see visitations that are supervised from an outside source. Like, I want to see you with your child for a week straight. Because obviously, if we do it for a day, anything can be fucking fabricated in a day. You know this. We are girl dads. If they come see me on Monday, my daughter might be great. Come see me on Tuesday, she might be a whole different goddamn person. I need to see you over the course of a week. And I just need to see the interactions. I need to see you at different times throughout the day. I need to take copious notes and I need to see the father with them and I need to see the mother. And I need to make an objective decision based on the observations I have made. Because at the end of the day, the child should be with the parent that seems and deemed the most responsible. Period. Point
I'm
blank.
gonna say something that might be controversial. I'm gonna let you keep cooking though.
No, you good. Go ahead.
I agree with everything that you said, but I feel like we can kind of tie it back into school.
Yes, we can.
Why isn't stuff like that included in like a life skills class? Navigating parenting, navigating divorce, navigating co-parenting, like
because that shit is ghetto.
I feel like if you told kids how it really was at 15, 16 years old, they'd be like, I'm not doing this shit. Not like this. Fuck no. Like, if motherfuckers understood just how agonizing divorce was and how much of a fucking financial bind it can fucking put a nigga in, them fucking 15-year-old boys be like, hold on, I gotta think about this shit, like for real,
Yeah.
for real.
Well, and it's more and to me it's more than that. It's what you said, but we got to add to it. But I want to circle back to something you said prior to that, and it's like, remember, we've been talking about this on Gentleman's Talk, the Renaissance of man. Our saving grace is this generation that's currently coming up of men, young boys that are becoming men. They're the ones who are going to start saying, you know what? It's about me and my peace and my sanity. I'm not finna get married. That part's great. That part's great. That's not the biggest problem still. We still out here recklessly fucking, having kids. We got to fix that part. Like, until we fix that part, the other part can't fix itself. Because guess what? I can get married to somebody, and if we ain't got no kids, the divorce is only messy when we dealing with property. Otherwise, if y'all are married and y'all got an apartment and y'all get a divorce, you can have that fucking apartment. You can take my name off the lease today. You can have that motherfucker. It's gonna fall off my credit in about 3 months, and I'm cool. You know, it only becomes a problem when a child is involved, when there's property involved, when there's material things involved. So if you start teaching men and women, young men and young women, before you even get into these scenarios of any kind, set yourself up.
Like, actually, I'm a segue and go back a little bit about. I'm gonna let you cook when I'm done, but the whole teaching kids this shit in school, like, I remember very vividly health class, freshman, sophomore year of high school. They showed us what every fucking STD looked like, and let me tell you, I wasn't reckless,
brother. I seen that shit in 7th grade. We had to sign a permission slip. They showed us that whole slideshow in 7th grade, and I was disgusted at what the fuck chlamydia and all that shit looked like on a female's genitalia. That shit was disgusting.
And I bet you started getting stock and Trojan.
Well, we're talking about 7th grade.
Well, but I feel like if you use like real world examples of like horrific court cases, whether it's like family court, divorce court, what have you, if you show these kids the nitty gritty of just how fucking awful adulting can fucking be, they will reconsider a lot of bullshit. Like, they won't put themselves in this situation. You're gonna have some dumbasses who look at this shit and was like, oh fuck it, that don't apply to me.
Well, and with this new Texas law that passed, now that these freshmen in this upcoming school year now have to be taught a financial literacy class. That should be keyword. That should be that what you just said should be a part of the curriculum. Or let's tie it into the curriculum as it already is written. You can tie divorce and all that and the cost of all that shit into economics.
Hey, economics class.
Here are the economics of you with a master's degree, with a job, all these things. Now let's add, you have a spouse, you have kids, you have a house. Great. This is what your current net worth is together. This is your net worth after a divorce. You break that shit down like that, because I go in and I teach an economics presentation when I go talk to these high school kids, and it's really just about life after high school and like bills and apartments and things like that. And we need more classes like that, because when I ask a very simple question, like, here's prime example. I'm gonna ask Mr. Gent first because he just got on. How much do you think nowadays is the average cost of an apartment?
Are we talking about
just average?
It doesn't matter where it's from.
Just average.
1 bedroom, about 200.
1405 is currently what it is, but you're not far off. Here's the thing. Yeah, but see, here's the thing. You're in the ballpark. When I ask this to these children, do you know what they say? Oh, 600, 700. I said, where?
Back in the early 2000s, maybe.
So what I said, where? On the southwest side of Houston?
Not even. Not even.
But it's that part to where they already think, oh, it's not that expensive to move out. It's like, no, it is. But the fact that you don't even know how much things are about to cost. So then we start talking about, how much do you think your electric bill is? Okay, if you have an apartment, normally your electric and all this stuff is combined with the cost of the rent. Okay, cool. Let's separate that. You got a car note, car insurance, cell phone bill. Let's add that stuff up. How many of y'all actually know how to cook? And I'll ask that question. And I don't mean put stuff in the microwave. How many of y'all can pull out the Instant Pot, turn on the stove, actually cook? Okay. How many of y'all use Uber Eats, DoorDash, all the shit like that? I was like, okay. We start writing all this shit down. By the time I'm done, that number is red. And I'm like, look at that. How many of y'all are ready for this life? And it's just like, hey, man, the day after you graduate, real life happens. You have to be prepared to make sacrifices and decisions that you're not prepared to make. Guess what? That's adulting. And we all say it. Adulting sucks because we have to make these decisions and there's nothing we can do about it but make the decision and rock with it. We can't be like, oh, I'm just going to get back in bed. Mom will take care of it. No, we have to fucking take care of it. So the sooner and the earlier we can teach these things, and it's ingrained in it. If we teach this to a high school freshman, and then we build it sophomore year, junior year, because I said this, we talked about this in my office. I'm glad that they're doing the financial class like they're doing. I said, but here's what I want to do for senior year. You need to add another class of senior year. You need to add emotional intelligence.
I feel like that should start in freshman year. Fuck that shit. Don't start late.
So the reason I said senior year is because of the maturity factor, and two, your seniors are about to enter the adult world. And the sooner they can be introduced to emotional intelligence and it be relevant, because freshmen aren't going to use the emotional intelligence the way that a senior is going to use it, because freshmen are still in high school for another 3 years. Seniors are going to college. They need the emotional intelligence time yesterday. So if I teach it to them senior year, it's fresh in their mind. They're thinking about it as a part of real life because it's about to happen. They're like, okay, because think about it. I'm an 18-year-old senior. I graduated. Now I have to go into the adult workforce where I'm probably the youngest person at the place I'm working, potentially. And I got to deal with all that. There are things that emotional intelligence can teach you, along with resilience. Like I would love to teach a resilience class to high school juniors. It'd be a great class for them because they're right there in that middle ground. Like they're no longer upperclassmen, but they're not seniors. They're literally like just that group in the middle. Because like nobody remembers sophomore year. Nothing cool happened sophomore year. It's a fucking blip on the radar. It almost doesn't exist. But junior year does, because all the pressure is on. You got to take your exit exams, your SATs, your ACTs. You got to do all that shit to prep so you can have off periods and all that other shit your senior year. So resilience would be a great class to teach junior year so that they understand, damn, I just got through this shit. Now I can kind of take a small break senior year. Not a big one, but a small break. But I understand what it takes to persevere and be resilient and get through all some adversity, because we've seen this with this group of young men and women. The smallest bit of adversity makes them shut down. But if we teach resilience and perseverance, they will no longer shut down. They'll persevere. They'll push through because they know what they have to do to get to where they're trying to get. They won't just be like, oh, no, fuck that. I ain't doing that. That shit hard. Like we see it with our children. Our children will be like with our kids putting their shoes on. Daddy, I can't do it. Can you help me? You can do it. Like people see me all the time and I'm like, we don't say can't. We try. And if we're not able to do it, then you ask for help. We don't say can't. I'm trying to get her to not say the word can't. I don't want her to build that in her head to say can't. I'd rather her just say, hey, I need some help. Fine, ask for help. But I want you to try to do it yourself first so that you understand independence.
And I feel like all of that just really beautifully ties into the point that we tried to make earlier. Like, I feel like we as millennial parents are actually trying to teach our kids shit. Like, I don't dumb shit down to my daughter. Like, I will use the standard big words to describe some shit. Like, I don't try to make it, I guess, applicable for a 5-year-old. I just say it like it fucking is. Yeah. She's going to marinate on it and think about it over the next 10, 15 years of her life and be like, you know what? Daddy was cooking a long time ago. That nigga was right about some things.
When I say things, I omit the college words. I say it as one of my college professors said, I use cafeteria language. So at least the concept makes sense. Now, as she gets older, I'm gonna start using the words, and she's what does that mean? Well, I say, let's look it up. Let's look it up together. Let's sound it out. Let's learn. But in the meantime, I still say things to her as if she was my teenager who lives here. Because if she hears it now, as she gets older, it'll click again. Like, oh wait, I've heard this before. But and that's that, because I've never been a fan, and to this day, I've never been a fan of talking babyish to a kid. I think that's stupid as fuck. I think that slows down development. Like
it's detrimental to their development.
I don't like people that sit there and you like, man, don't talk to my fucking kid like that. All right, my kid's a small adult basically. Like she don't even know what that means. But if you say words to her, she know what that shit mean. And that's why that little girl that 4 years old, people are like, I can't believe she's 4. Yeah, I know, because I don't fucking talk to her like a baby. Talk to her like a person. I ain't saying I got to talk to her like an adult, but I talk to her like a person. Like when she starts now, it's to a point like when Mike is over here, he's like, I can't believe how clear she talks. Like people are still shocked. I'm like, bro, she's 4. Why she talk like that? Because I've allowed her to speak freely and listen to how adults speak freely. Now, mind you, sometimes I wish she wouldn't say some of the things that me and her mom have said, but we are also in two fields that utilize lots of foul language, being in the medical and the military world. So, she's picked up on a couple of she's picked up
Look,
on
they
some
don't
relatively
heard
foul
some
things.
things.
But what cracks me up is when I listen to Outlaw and he's like, his favorite go back thing is like, I still can't get over the fact that she says bruh at 4 years old. Like that's one of her go-to phrases is bruh. And I'm like, oh my God. And you know where she got it from? Her big sister. That's where she got it from. And that's okay.
Yeah, both of mine do the same. So let me touch on everything that you kind of went over. That was a lot. But let me touch on each one of those things. One, when it comes down to kids, when I talk to my kids, I talk to them directly. I talk to them with intentions of, hey, if I'm gonna use a word. If you don't understand it, did you understand what I'm saying? Yes, but I didn't understand this word. Okay, that's what this is what that word means. Like, okay, so now when I use it the next time, they understand what that word means, and they can start using it for themselves. So they learn on the go. Two, all the classes are great that they're gonna try to bring in, but at the same time, I can see it backfiring, but I can, at the same time. So when it comes down to finance classes and all that other stuff, it's good to learn. But at the same time, sometimes that scares the kids at that level to where they feel like they need to jump straight into the workforce and skip college altogether. So that's where it's going to draw a problem to where they're going to jump straight into the workforce and be settled where they are, or they're not going to look forward to more. They're going to straight into the workforce. Three, to resolve all the, issues of divorce and everything like that, and the younger generation. I feel like if you get more men in the school, we need to get more men like Mr. Feeney. We need more men like Mr. Hightower. Stuff that can keep a life lesson as you grow up in high school, in middle school. Okay. So if you get more, especially black men, like we keep it real into anybody. So
that's 100% facts.
We see these kids in the hallways. Like I remember when I was a teacher's aide, they respected the hell out of me because I kept it real with them. Like, hey man, don't be talking to that girl like that, bro. Like that's not how we do it. What you mean, Mr. Sims? We respect the woman that we talk to. We don't call them a B word.
Exactly what you mean? You heard what the fuck I said. Ain't no exactly. Like, but the pushback on there's only a little bit of pushback on what you said about more men in the schools. The problem with that's not it's unfortunate that it's a problem, but it is a problem, is that the amount of parents that run school districts.
Yes.
And the first time that you, as that dominant male, if you will, offends a child, here's a prime example. It's funny, it's probably on everybody's social media feed, but I'm getting a whole bunch of fucking shorts and shit from Coach Carter again. Coach Carter is one of my favorite coaching movies. Coach Carter went against the grain the entire fucking movie, but he stood on business and he stood on principle. And even when they ended the lockout, he's like, bet y'all ended that lockout, I'm out. He went to go pack up his shit, and them boys was like, hey, just because they ended the lockout, they respected him because they understood what he was trying to do. The parents were so stuck on, oh, that's all these kids got is sports, and they ain't gonna be nothing. This, I'm like, you got a grown man that just came into y'all's school and wanted these kids to have good grades, sit in the front of the classes, and on game days dress business casual. In what fucking world is that actually wrong? Last time I checked, DJ Michael B, when you was in middle school out here in Texas where we at, when you had to play a basketball game, did you not wear a shirt and a tie? Was that not like the standard for the day of a game?
Man, hell yes.
Okay, that was in middle school, mind you. This is a high school movie, but in middle school, we were already doing that. Like a shirt and a tie. And guess what? If you couldn't afford a tie, you know what your coach did? Your coach went and bought a goddamn tie because you used to be able to buy this shit at like the dollar store and shit like that. Or you used to be able to go to Walmart and catch a little 5-pack for like $10. You know,
Don't
shit like
forget,
that.
don't forget, Coach Carter said the Goodwill.
Hey, facts. Hey, people sleep on
Hey,
the Goodwill back then.
Hey, it can be baggy if they want to be. It can be
Hey, it don't
oversized, but
matter.
it don't
Look,
matter.
but
As
it
long as you
don't
got it
matter
on.
as long as the team looked the same, you know. So and you know, being the, you know, I've worked in the school district too, and I've done similar things to what Mr. Gent's done. Like, you know, you especially like, and I've had teachers that remind us kind of like our grandparents. You know, they'll be like, "Hey, I need you to talk to this kid, you know, about some hygiene stuff," and I'm like, "All right." So I go pull this kid off to the side, and I'm like, "Hey, man, what's going on?" I've had a couple of teachers, you know, come up to me and say, you know, you have some issues like some hygiene and stuff like that. It's like, are you not taking a shower after basketball practice? You know, what's going on? He's like, Coach, I can't afford that stuff. I was like, what you mean? I was like, he's like, I don't, you know, I was like, okay. I said, don't worry about it. So I left campus. Like in that moment, I left campus. I went over to like the local Walgreens or whatever, and I bought a whole bunch of travel size shit because that's what I carry anyway. I keep a travel size like hygiene pretty much. I got one in my truck,
Don't
in
sleep
my
on that
office.
power stick.
I'm telling you, I got that shit everywhere. So I went and bought a whole bunch of travel size stuff, and I put it in a bag, and I said, put this in your locker, man. I said, you got body wash, you got deodorant, you got cocoa butter, because, you know what I'm saying, we a little dark. You know, we came with regular lotion on after the shower. You know, we got to put the good stuff on. So, you know, and the travel size cocoa butter ain't that expensive. So I was like, guys, you know, so I gave them all the stuff, and I said, hey, man, make sure you take a shower after practice. You know, put the deodorant on, you know, take care of the things. And then I made, you know, when you talk to these kids in a serious moment, you got to make humor out of it too, right?
Yeah.
So, you know, and Mr. Jen, you going to catch this line real good. Like, look, man, you don't want to be around these females smelling like that, man.
I use that line.
Yeah. So then he started laughing. I was like, think about it. You want to smell like an old locker room trying to go talk to that girl? Come on now. How you think she gonna react? And then he's like, yeah, you right, coach. You right. I know. So go take a shower. Go put some deodorant on. Like, you know, like, and then, you know, you go on about your day, and you just like, and you know, we as the type of men where we forget that we even did that. We just do it and that's
keep
it.
going.
You know, but we keep on going because it's like all we was trying to do is make sure that, because we've all been that kid, you know, or we've known or we've gone to school with that kid who needed that little bit. Somebody just look out for him. That's all. Just somebody look out for him. Nothing crazy. Like didn't put him on blast. Didn't make fun of him in front of all of his teammates. Pulled him off to the side. Talked to him, you know, on the low. I said, all right, don't worry about it. Got you. And took care of business. Kept it pushing. No big deal. But
I hate that I use my headline now. My head. I'm pretty sure.
No, it's great. No, it's great because there is a percentage of that corporation that definitely is still.
So I didn't know if y'all knew what it meant, but y'all definitely know now. After I said, like, damn, I hate that I use that. I bet you know what it is now.
What? I am the king of acronyms. You know, I know what the fuck that means. But
yeah, but we got a couple of people out here that's proper and be like, what is the D for?
Dim. DEM. Dim. It's ebonics for your ass. Deal with it.
Before we move on from this topic, number one, you know, y'all were talking about humor and making humor out of stuff. I'm making humorous joke out of one thing. Mr. Gent, since when you smart enough to explain what every word means to your daughter that she don't know? I see you though, bro. I see you.
You went to Sterling. I went to Barbers Hill.
That's a very good point. That's a very good point.
Unnecessary.
It's a lot better. Education is a lot better over there.
It was at one point. I don't know about now.
Yeah, I read now.
Y'all lost
out of my adult age.
Y'all lost Mr. Tillis. Y'all lost a good one over there when he retired.
We still got Joe.
Oh yeah, y'all got Joe.
Yeah.
What up, Moo? I didn't even see you commented.
What's the deal? No, I just seen it. It just came up. He just commented. So
secondly, what Mr. GQ was saying was you do stuff and you do stuff for kids and you forget, man. I can't tell you the amount of time. One of my life-changing events was when I worked for CIS. It was so life-changing because I felt like, you know, I grew up in Gap and CIS under Mike. For those of you that don't know who Mike is, Mike was very influential in my life growing up. So was Mr. Tillis. So when I went Mr. Tillis,
TK.
Prentice. I don't know if you remember
Prentice.
Prentice, Rod.
Yeah.
Pastor, Reverend at Rock of Ages, minister at Rock of Ages. Yeah. All of them. Look, so when I got the chance to go back, when I got the chance to be employed by CIS, I made the best of it because I was like, I'm watching all these kids. I'm like, I've been there. And let me tell y'all something. When they used to say, I need you to pull this kid aside and have a conversation.
Mm-hmm.
Let me tell you, I was working at Gentry and getting stopped in the hallway by teachers talking about what I'm doing outside of class. Mind you, I am 23 at this point. That's just how freaking young I look. I got yelled at teacher after teacher, and I'd be like, that's not a kid, that's Mr. Micah.
I done got ID carded at when I was at the middle school too. And I was like, do I really look that fucking young? Like, I was like, damn.
I mean, I was
like
21.
so
I mean,
so like, and well, and shit. So was I was in my 20s at the time too, but I was just like, I was like, damn, I look that young. I look like I can blend in at a middle school. I was like, that's crazy.
I do think at a certain point they were more worried about you being a high school kid on campus, like you came back to see teachers and stuff. But
even still, but the two times that I got ID carded, like I'm wearing like school polos and shit that like coaches wear. Like I ain't wearing like just regular clothes. Like I'm wearing fully identifiable clothing with my last name on the back of it that says coach. Like I'm wearing like, I'm like, you thought I just went to like fucking Etsy and got this shit made? I'm like,
man, you went to your local money. You went to your local Walmart and got it. What you mean?
Absolutely not. That was an expensive Nike polo, sir.
I guess you got the Nike logo stitched by Etsy on it.
But
little press-ons.
Yep. So before I drop this this What's Trending video, I just want to say disrespectfully, fuck the ass hat that I was originally using the sound for, because that ass hat tried to copyright us multiple times for that song, even though it's a royalty free copyright free track. I was like, all right, it's cool, bro. So because every time we've played that, it's pinged. I was like, I bet. So I completely had to change the song because I don't want nobody trying to take no money off of us. So all you artists out there, don't be out there posting your shit saying your shit is royalty and copyright free and then try to hit us with some copyright bullshit. Like, miss me with that shit. Like, either you gonna want some royalties for it or nah. But don't be labeling your shit on YouTube, because that's how I find shit. If it says, I look for shit that says royalty free and copyright free. That's the shit I look for. And if it's fucking there, I'm using it. And if your shit is labeled and then you try to copyright my ass, you're lucky I don't try to find a way to sue your dumb ass. Say what I said. But anyway, I digress. With our new What's Trending.
All right. So to start off, What's Trending, let's talk about the ass hat that keeps trying to copyright shit that says royalty free, copyright free. Okay. let me get one thing straight. And I don't think people understand this. Our theme song is copyrighted by one of our friends. Do you understand what I'm saying? We can change our shit and go get something from him anytime we want to and split royalties with him for shit sure. Don't come over here with the bullshit. If it's copyright free and royalty free, don't do that shit. Don't do that.
We're using two of his songs, one for your segment and one for the intro to the whole damn show. Like, we got the Curry Slide for you, and we got In My Zone for the show.
Speaking of, the crossover has to make a comeback next week. Y'all book it now. I'm doing it.
Bet we booking. So
Outlaw, right. I know you got some. You could cook this nigga, Outlaw. I know you can. I see the look on your face.
I'm gonna say this. What do you always say, my dear older brother? What do you always say on the show? You ain't said it in a minute, so it's not always, but you've said it quite a few times. No fucking free clout. Why are we talking about this nigga? If you want to act like a fucking ass, change the fucking song. Fuck you, nigga. We'll new season, new intro. Fuck it.
I didn't give him no free clout. I didn't even bring his name up or her name or whatever.
Even mentioning the conversation, the situation. Fuck it. If you want to act like an ass about a nigga, fuck it. We'll take a song off and do another song. It ain't the end of the goddamn world. We're gonna forget
At
about this
all.
conversation in a year from now, anyways.
Shit, a year from now, I'll forget this motherfucker next week.
Most likely, I'll probably forget I said this shit tomorrow. I ain't gonna lie
Yeah.
to you.
So
Move.
I yeah, right. All right. So I got my research screen up, Micah. So run the comments for me.
Yes,
So I
sir.
have 1, 2, 3, 4. I have 5 trending topics for you guys. And it's gonna get all over the place. But I want to start with one that's actually local. All right. So if you guys have been watching the news at all, um, there was a situation where an 11-year-old boy died after being shot while playing ding dong ditch in the city of Houston. Um, the person that fired off the weapons was obviously he's found guilty and he was charged, all the above. And there are a shotgun blast of feelings about this. Initially I didn't read the story yet. I just like it was posted
Yeah.
on social media. Then I went to the comments. You know, we do that. We like I'm not gonna read the story yet. I just want to see
What people
what the
say.
temperature is in the room. You know what I'm saying? So people are like supporting the dad, and then people are like supporting the kid. Like it was all over the map, right? So let's break this story down for what it is first and foremost. Let's start there. I'm gonna start at the top and work my way down. Adults who own weapons. I'm just gonna start right there. You, as a responsible weapons owner, have a level of rationale and common sense that must be used at all times because you made the choice to purchase and own weapons. That means you are not in the Wild West. This is not fucking Red Dead Redemption 2. You cannot run around and just fire off your fucking weapons at things. You can't do that.
As
You
much as I
have
wish it
to
was.
I'm glad it's not because a lot of us probably wouldn't be here right now. You have to let me fuck that. I'm gonna unapologetically, transparently describe this. In any situation you encounter as an adult who owns weapons, when a situation arises, you must first assess the situation accordingly. Once you assess the situation and you deem it is necessary for you to even pull that motherfucker out the holster, you must then positively identify said target, which means you put eyes on target. And then from there, you make the decision if it is even remotely necessary for you to use that level of force. Typically, that means your life is endangered. Now, why am I saying all that? Initially, there's 2 stories. That's why this is going to be some night and day crazy shit. Initially, what they said is that the boy did the thing. And now, mind you, this 11-year-old kid being out late at night is another problem that we'll discuss here in a minute. But the boy was shot in the back, which means the boy was running away, which means in the state of Texas, if you shoot someone in the back when they are running away, you are going to jail. You are no longer protected under any type of self-defense laws of any kind. If somebody breaks into your house, if someone breaks into your house and runs away, you cannot shoot them in the back. You can't. You're going to jail. Guess what? You have to know that if you are a weapons owner in the state of Texas. You got to know that. If you shoot them in the side or you shoot them in the front, different, but you cannot shoot them in the back. Do I like it? I don't really care. You can't shoot them in the back. Second thing, I have never come across an 11-year-old child that looks like an adult that justifies me shooting them in the back. Sorry. Now, I done seen some big ass kids in my life, 100%. And I'm not saying big like fat. I'm saying big like tall. I ain't
Asher
really.
Minor comes to mind.
Huh?
Asher Minor comes to mind.
Okay, Asher
6'5" by junior high.
Stop it. Asher's an anomaly. And that was middle school. But yes, Asher was a tiny giant when we were coming up. But for the most part, most 11-year-old kids don't look like teenagers. Let's phrase it like that. Most. So when I read that, I was like, okay, I already have an issue with the ding dong ditch thing, but again, we'll cross that bridge when we get to it. Another story, an updated story came out today from an eyewitness at 11 o'clock at night. I don't know who was out. So the child in question, who is no longer with us, was at a family gathering like a block away, which and this happened this happened in Outlaw's old neck of the woods. It actually was in Galena Park. So, so if you know anything about the Galena Park, Channel View, basically Sheldon Road-ish, that whole area, right? It's a heavily Hispanic community, and if you've ever in your life got to experience a Hispanic party, it is amazing. And them parties go all night long, just like
They will
Olive.
be turning up for a
Yes,
1-year-old's birthday party.
yes, they
1 year went to bed
100% will.
Just
long ago.
I would just like to add in, just like fucking Caribbean people.
Yeah,
That's why I can go to a
I said
Spanish
just like
party.
Olive party. That's what it is. Yeah,
Just
like
like Caribbean people. I love it.
they don't need a reason to have a party. One of the neighbors can fire up the barbecue pit and it becomes a thing. And all of a sudden, somebody pulling up with the 12 pack, and then there's another 12 pack, and then the fajitas are going, then the pastor is going. Like
Where
it
do you
just
think our
becomes a
dad got
thing.
it
Then
from?
somebody shows up
Yeah.
with
Where do you think
tequila.
Dad got it
Yeah,
from?
like, and not the tequila you buy at the store. No. The stuff you buy in the bottle with no label, with the worm in it, that type of shit happen. Yeah, we're from Texas. We do this.
That's that
okay?
good shit though.
Yeah, we do this. So it's not uncommon that the child was up, but he was at his family's gathering. That part's normal. It's the running the streets part that's a little different. Now, why am I bringing that up? Because in the story that came out after this story is that apparently from the eyewitness, the man in question who shot the child was on the side of his house in the dark hiding while the kids were like walking around and knocking on the doors. And apparently after the third knock, started recording on his phone or whatever the case might be. And then it shows, he was chasing the kid and then shot the kid in the back. So there's all that. So I'm like, okay. So all that shit happens. And I'm like, okay. That man deserves everything that's about to come his way. Now I'm going to circle back to the child in question. Not really the child, but just the children. And I'm going to address the parents. Why your underage child running the streets late at night? Just in general. In general. Like in this current world that we live in, that is not the same world that the panel here grew up in.
Or the parents of that child.
Your elementary school child, your middle school child, your everything high school sophomore and under should not be out running the streets late at night. Nothing good. Denzel Washington said it best. Nothing good happens after midnight. Why y'all out in general? Nothing good. There's nothing you can possibly get into when it's dark outside, when you're underage, that is a good thing. Nothing. There's absolutely nothing. What parks close at 9 and 10 o'clock at night, so that shit's closed. There's not a single business or establishment you have any business in at that late at night. Like
Walmart's not even open 24 hours anymore.
We don't even have, and thank goodness. I feel like these kids will be worse than we were when we was going to Walmart late at night.
I feel like we ruined like 24/7 Walmarts and like.
Oh no, COVID ruined that. But
it was on the way out. But I also feel like we low key fucked up like malls not wanting like minors in that bitch without supervision.
Oh yeah, we definitely.
Oh yeah, we definitely.
I kind of miss jumping into the ball pit at the Walmart in late hours.
Bro, riding bikes to that motherfucker, like going off in there at 12 o'clock in the morning.
Throwing passes down the thing.
Y'all know the basketball hoops that are set up. Open a basketball inside that bitch. Hey, we hooping.
Yeah, but then
3 o'clock
then
in the
that's
morning.
why they start putting them plastic covers on the top of the rims like at Academy, so you can't shoot no more.
Man, what you saying? People jump off of people's backs, grab them, and knock them hoes off. Stop playing with me.
Yeah, I'm just, but you understand, but it still continues to circle back that, like, in this modern era with the amount of shit that goes on nowadays versus our generation, like, why would you as a parent be okay with your severely underage child just out and about?
Well, here's my thing though. I don't think the parents were okay with their child being out and about. I think they were probably over there dealing with friends, family, not paying attention to the kids, and the kids ran off and just did what they wanted to do.
Yeah. So in this situation, I'm not even talking about like
neglect, obviously.
Yeah, no,
obviously.
But I'm not talking about the kid in question. Like the kid, this is an unfortunate thing, and I don't want to, I'm not really trying to bury the kid. I'm speaking in general, like as parents, why are you allowing your severely underage children to just be out in the streets late at night with all the shit that be going on these days?
Bro, your kid should have been staying home since 2016 late at night. I'm not even lying. Yeah, that's your kid. Like 2016, I turned 26, and I was like, if I had a kid right now, they would not be allowed to go out in the neighborhood. past 8 o'clock. Like,
No,
no.
I mean, just everything that we hear about nowadays, the shootings, this, the robberies, that, the killing, like, the bad stuff that happens. In what world would you be like, yeah, I'm gonna let my 13-year-old just go out and about? The fuck? Like, our
You know
parents wouldn't even.
what makes me worry about it is more of the trends and the TikTok stuff that they want to be famous so bad that they be
Oh
start
yeah.
doing stupid shit.
Oh, don't worry.
That's
I'm about
really
to get.
what that's really what
I'm about to get to that here, and just don't you worry. I'm
The,
about to
the
cook on that
thing,
shit here in a minute.
the next thing that worries me the most is child trafficking is at an all-time high. It doesn't matter if you're a male or a female.
And
It's crazy.
And it's bad in Texas. Like, it's bad in Texas, and I don't think
You
people
can run
I don't
for
think
weeks
people
in
I don't.
Texas
Yeah.
and never get caught.
Like, I don't think people understand. Like, I think geographically, I don't really think people understand how big Texas actually is. Like, you see it on the map, but when you're here, listen, ladies and gentlemen, for those who've never been here, let me just throw this random statistic at, not even just map to you. From Houston to El Paso is 873 miles in
13
one
hours.
state. In one state.
multiple
That's
states.
going east to west. It is 13 hours from Houston to Amarillo, going south to north. In Houston, we're about what?
And-
eight?
and
we're
we're
8 hours. We're about
five-
we're 8 hours away from the Mexico border, being Houston.
Pretty much.
About
Yeah.
about 7 to 8 hours. And then
If you
we're
go
what?
to
We
the
are-
south border, if you go through the south border, through the valley, it's 8 hours. If you take
And
straight
yeah.
59 to go, it's 5.5 hours.
And then we're about what? We are 4.5 hours from the Louisiana border.
No, not bro. Like about 2 at most.
Well,
Yeah,
well,
two-
well,
two
well
and
in
a half.
Baytown, in Baytown, we are 2 hours away.
Yeah, well, that's what I'm
But-
saying. Like, I'm saying like Houston. I'm trying to just kind of generalize it, but
Yeah,
you
from
could
Humble,
get to
from Humble is
fucking
3 hours.
Florida before you get to El Paso.
oh yeah,
No, that's
I think you can
Pensacola.
yeah.
Pensacola is 10 hours or something, whatever it is.
13 hours in Texas. That's halfway. That's halfway to California.
Yeah,
Actually, I'll do you one better.
Because
I
California is
have
like
driven
20,
to
22
Chicago
hours.
in 13
Mhm.
hours before. So,
I drove to I drove to Virginia Beach, and that was 18 hours going to
Virginia's
Southern
big,
Belt
too.
and turning up.
But Virginia's big
Gotta
too,
do
just because
that.
they don't have no straight north and south
No.
highway in Virginia, which is
But like
crazy.
so when I say that, so like, but I mean, just think about that. And then let's break it down one more layer. The city of Houston is massive. If you don't know anything about Houston, you don't know what street you own, you might not even know which way to get to where you trying to get.
Oh, let me take the city of Houston one. Let me tell y'all something. City of Houston is the fourth biggest city in America, right? For those of you that can't understand that, the best way I could sum this shit up is Houston is 1 hour away from Houston.
facts.
Like, you
Yeah.
drive an hour and you're not outside of Houston. I don't think people understand. Like,
Like
I
where
Baytown
really
is
better, Michael.
Baytown is East Houston. Baytown
Yes.
is East Houston. Missouri City is Southwest Houston, and from Baytown to Missouri City, like I leave Jones
that's
Road
like
where I was
50
living to Reliance Stadium is damn near 50 minutes. Then if I go
50
on the back route of 90 to my uncle's house,
Mhm.
it takes an hour and 10 minutes to get to my uncle's house in Missouri City.
for me to get from where I live now to Spring is 59 minutes.
Yeah.
Like
I
59 minutes to
drove
get from
down
here
to-
to Spring.
I drove down to Friendswood today. Friendswood. From Kingwood,
Wow.
Texas to Friendswood. It was an hour drive today.
Yes. Like it takes me 42 minutes to get to my brother's house from where I live. And that's without traffic. That's
Trying
without
to get
traffic.
here to Katie.
So,
It-
and,
it-
hey,
I will.
hey, and that's taking the Beltway, right?
Yeah,
Because
that's-
that's
yes,
taking
because-
the short route. That should
Correct.
tell you enough.
If you
But
take
hold
the
on.
route without tolls, you ain't gonna make it.
I got something for y'all. If you travel a lot around the United States, you will find out that some people actually measure distance and actual like distance. We measure distance in fucking time.
Time. No,
Like
facts.
they'll be like, "Oh, it's only
Like-
like 30 miles away." That don't mean shit in Houston.
That don't mean shit, you know.
That don't mean
Because,
shit in Texas.
Like
Bruh.
my thing is, people be like, "Oh, it's about 4 or 5 blocks." The fuck, nigga? Like,
What does
20
that
minutes.
mean?
15, 20 minutes.
Yeah.
You go downtown, it's 20 minutes. Like,
If
let,
you're,
let,
like-
let me explain this to people. Main Street downtown is the longest street in the USA. That shit is 33 miles, bro. Like,
Our
that
main
shit,
street is 33 miles.
I
Main
didn't even.
Street
I
is
actually didn't know that.
33 miles. Bro, if you leave, if you get downtown to where Main Street starts,
Mhm.
Main Street will take you from downtown all the way to where you exit from Missouri City, bro.
God damn.
Get the fuck out of here.
Yes, the same Buffalo Speedway
Yeah.
North Main Street is the same one downtown,
That
which is
means
crazy.
that literally means that in Vegas, the Fremont Strip would fit on Main Street like 7 times.
Yes, Main Street
'Cause
is the
Fremont, because I think Fremont's only like 7-8 miles. No, 6-7.
Right.
Sorry, 6 or 7 miles. So yeah, God, dog.
We got
Bruh,
some long
Garth
ass roads.
Road.
Think about
Garth Road will fit on that motherfucker 5 times.
Yeah, and Garth Road.
Wallaceville is long. Tidwell
Wallaceville is
than a bitch.
long.
TC Jefferson.
Alameda, Genoa.
Yeah,
Alameda, Genoa is long. Hey, I'm off.
Alameda, Genoa is long,
Where at?
and it's not
Yeah.
longer than Main Street.
because that's the thing. When you telling people direct, you can't say Alameda. Because Alameda and Alameda Genoa are two different fucking spots. You gonna get somebody on the other side by over here by Oils Loco and shit off 45.
So-
talking about some Alameda.
So let me explain something to y'all, right? Not the people on here, okay? I now live in Humble. There is Humble Kingwood, and then there's
Yes.
Porter, where Outlaw stays. Okay,
Correct.
I don't know exactly where Outlaw stays, but I guarantee you,
No, you hit the nail on the
if
head.
I guarantee you, if I leave my house and he only lives 5 to 10 miles away, because you look on the map and you look where he is and you measure that distance, it'll take me about 20-25 minutes to get to his house. I'm telling you, because
that's
the
the crazy part on the
I-
map,
what-
it
what-
look close to the bitch.
what was that donut shop I messaged you about the other day? It took me 13 minutes to get to that donut shop from my house.
You know, it's crazy that you said it. 'Cause when I went to your housewarming party, like geographically speaking, it don't look far on the map, but it took
At
about
all.
20-25 minutes to actually get to your house.
Yeah.
And I consider that to be down the street. We're neighbors, in my opinion. But
We
that,
are.
another nigga be like, that's the next town over.
But
No, it's
that's
not.
the thing. Like
Some
you
people say
two,
next state.
you two are basically neighbors, and me and Jen, I got to drive across the bridge to get to his house.
Yeah,
I got to drive across the bridge and get on 99 to get to his house.
Bruh.
Yep.
Hey, me and GQ were basically neighbors, and it used to take me 25 minutes to get to his house when I was living in Baytown.
To live in Texas, means
That's
that,
normal.
Yeah, to live in Texas, if something is 6.7 miles away, that's a 30-minute drive almost.
People up
that's
north
what we have
can't
to deal
relate.
with. Like that's what we have to think about. Like if it says, "Oh, that's 12 miles away," shit, that's 45 minutes. God, like
I
I'll tell
know
you one thing
people-
about Houston niggas. Go ahead, Michael.
I know people that live in New York City and work in Boston, Massachusetts.
Yeah,
Like because
People
it's
live- people
only
work
an
states
hour
over.
away, and you're changing states and everything, and it's like that is insane that
Like,
you
brother,
drive an hour
can-
and you're in a completely different state and city.
bro, we live here. You drive an hour, you in
You
another
just in
state.
Houston.
like when you
still
think
in
about
Houston.
it here, like people work in Louisiana, and some
Yeah.
people were like, "Damn, nigga, you working all the way over there?" Like
No,
that's
fuck
that's
all
still,
that. No,
that's
bring
still
it look,
far as
no,
hell. But
yeah,
people will still
Short
bring
drive.
Bring it closer. They work in Beaumont,
It's still far as hell.
but
Orange.
Beaumont is an hour and 15 minutes from here.
I had
Orange.
an uncle.
Orange,
He used to
Port
work
Arthur.
in Beaumont and lived off of Garth Road. He had a company truck. He made that drive to Beaumont every fucking day. And I thought,
Yes,
like, it
bro,
can't
like,
be that bad.
My
Nigga,
first,
that's an hour and 15 minutes from
Bro, they
Beaumont.
still
my
ain't
first-
down. They still ain't down the road.
Wait. I think y'all missed something. I think Outlaw, you missed something. That's an hour and 15 minutes without traffic.
that's also
That's
one way.
without work traffic.
Listen, for those who are from and know about
look,
Beaumont,
look,
don't let the,
look at CJ with his punk ass jets. You see what I'm saying?
But look, for all my folks that work in Beaumont, Port Arthur, and all stuff, and drive back to like Baytown, Pasadena, LaPorte, that's all cool until it's an accident on I-10. And if
Bro,
you
and it's only
and
2
if you-
lanes.
so if you don't catch that and you don't exit and get on 90, 2.5, 3 hours to get home. because there ain't
I
no other
I
way to
made
exit.
that
I want
mistake.
to do one better. Imagine this goddamn bridge, the accident on the goddamn bridge.
Which
You
bridge?
ain't coming.
Which
Fred
bridge?
Hartman.
Oh,
Fred Hartman.
shit. Fred
You ain't
Hartman, the
going
Ship
nowhere.
Channel Bridge.
Yeah, you ain't going nowhere.
No, your ass
Dog.
is stuck. And don't
You're
don't let
stuck.
your car be damn near out of gas. You might as well turn that bitch off.
You're stuck.
That boy said, "Don't piss me off." Hey,
Hey, look.
facts.
Listen. I can't believe I'm gonna say this. But for CJ, I hope your punk ass Jets upset the Pittsburgh Steelers this week. That's all I'm gonna say. That's all.
I'm gonna say something
I'm
as
still small. I have like a small bit of me that roots for Justin Fields. I just want to see him be successful just a little bit. And I just want to see Aaron Rodgers fail because I don't like that they put him in a conversation with Tom Brady about things and I'm petty. So that's all.
damn. My last thing about distance in Houston, I'm gonna say this. This might be fucking controversial, it might be nasty, but I have learned the
Not
hard
nasty.
way that you gotta keep a fucking empty water bottle in your fucking car in Houston because you might
Brother,
get stuck
that
in
ain't
traffic
nasty.
and you might gotta
That's a
piss.
survival technique.
You might
That's
have to
survival.
piss.
You need an
Boy,
empty
you better
bottle.
stop.
You need a full bottle.
Hey! You better stop at Sonic and get you one of them Route 44s. I'm
Listen.
telling you now.
I've learned the hard way that I can't have a bottle like what Mr. Gent had in his goddamn possession because we still got to aim. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, facts.
So if you ain't got a vitamin water bottle, a Gatorade bottle, something
Hey.
with a big mouth, shit.
Good luck to
I
you.
see what you did there.
I see what you did there.
Because look, if you ain't ever almost pissed on your leg, you don't know what I'm talking about. Like I'm just we keeping it 100. Like
At least you get a chance at
sometimes
that point.
you don't have a chance to stop, and sometimes we done some shit that we shouldn't do. Like when you driving, hanging
He
on to
ain't
the
proud
steering
of.
wheel, you hoping like hell a cop don't roll up on you while you doing this because in exposure. Like,
But
Man,
I'm telling you,
try being in a
I-
small car.
I'm
And then
about
a
to
big
speak to
truck
y'all
go by.
soul.
brother, I done
Hey,
been in some precarious ass
I'm-
cars doing
I'm,
shit
I'm,
like
I'm,
that.
about
I
to,
ain't-
Big ass
I'm about to
truck go
speak
by.
to y'all soul.
No
I am
problem.
about to speak to y'all soul with this one. You leaving Baytown, you got to go to Sealy, right?
oh,
shit.
Hold on,
Damn.
brother. That's
You-
three Bucky stops.
That's three
you leaving
Yes.
Baytown. Hey, you leaving Baytown, you got to go to Sealy. 14 minutes in, you doing one of these while driving. Because
Hell no.
you about to hit a 14-mile stretch where ain't shit there. And you like, man, it's either I gotta pull over on the side of the road to piss, or I gotta piss in the cup, or I just gotta I gotta wait it out till I get to the damn gas. I'm telling you.
Hey, listen, I done stopped at a couple of these sketchy ass Chevron Valero gas stations for that one time. Do I like it? No. Is that bathroom look disgusting? Yes, but you know what?
no,
The bladder was
I'm gonna
empty.
stop you right there. I done had a couple of times on these road trips where I'll stop at a gas station restroom and I'll go behind the bitch and piss outside because it's better than pissing inside.
Big facts.
I've been there.
Hey,
I've been there.
sometimes
I've been there.
that's 100% it. Like so I don't want to get too far off the rails, but I do want to go back to one last thing before I go to the next trending topic. When we talking about the trafficking in Texas, as of 2025, Texas remains one of the states with the highest number of reported sex trafficking cases. But we've also passed several new laws where the penalty has been increased for a first-degree felony of trafficking from 25 to 99 years or life in prison. So that's something new that just came out literally 2 days ago. So that's something. But the fact is, the second largest state in the U.S. is also one of the largest states for trafficking. And you want to allow your kids to be out and about after dark. Make it make sense, people. That's all. That's all. I'm not questioning you as a parent, but I'm just saying if you have an underage child, they should not be out after dark. Really and truly, most people in general, most adults shouldn't be out after dark, but they are. But at least they can drive and do other things. But like children should not be out after dark.
I would just like to bring up a core memory. I know Outlaw went through this. I know GQ went through this. I don't know how much you went through, Mr. Gent. I don't remember when the mall closed. But you're a little bit younger than us. Do y'all remember we would go see movies late at night on a Saturday and it'd be close to 12 and the cops would pull up and threaten to take everybody to jail and we would all walk to Raceway?
Oh, I never had that problem. My mom was outside ready to go. My
walked
mom was outside ready to pick me up. It's like
Yeah,
I told her what time the movie started, and she was like, "What time the movie over?" And she was there to pick me up every time.
I will say this, Micah. I know that motherfucker Tinseltown off of I-10.
Mhm.
Boy, on a Friday, Saturday
It used
night,
to go down
man.
over there. I used to love going to Tinseltown. Somebody
Boy,
fighting.
it get ignorant over there. If it ain't
And all the cute
Tinseltown,
girls be at the fucking ice cream parlor just sitting on the patio. You be like, man, I got about $10. Let me see if I can get old girl, see if she gonna let me have her number. Man, y'all
diabolical.
just don't know. We was
There's something
outside.
about, but there's
But
something about
we're
that
but we
that San Jack when they used to have one person buy a ticket and then everybody
oh,
just go to that back door and everybody just
yeah,
file in.
yeah. But I
My
mean,
first
but
time sneaking into a movie was actually at the Santa Center Mall. We
Of
snuck in
course.
to go watch Too Fast, Too Furious.
Obviously.
so you know what's crazy about that is the first time I learned about movie hopping, I was with one of my friends and his parents. And I remember that I'll never forget this.
Makes
We
sense.
went to go watch Charlie's Angels and another movie in the same day.
Mhm.
And I didn't realize that we didn't buy a ticket for the second movie. I think it was like Charlie's Angels and the Mummy. I think that's what it was. So we left Charlie's Angels and then we went from there to another theater to watch another movie. And I was like, damn, we can just buy one ticket and we can just, I'm as an impressionable child. This
I love how that's a core memory. I love
But
that for you.
you know the crazy part is
I
I was more upset that I missed part of the movie. Like
I was
damn,
I
it
was
I
like,
already. Like
I
okay,
just thought
damn.
this was
okay.
the life. I was
So
like, damn, I get to just travel and watch movies. This shit's kind of dope.
so I've never told nobody this story. So
Oh
Oh,
shit,
shit.
exclusive.
I learned about movie hopping from my dad. And let me tell you how this happened. We went to San Jacinto Mall and me, him, and Cassette wanted to see the Incredible Hulk. It was sold out.
Mm.
We bought a ticket. I don't remember what movie it was. It might have been Tomb Raider or something. We bought a ticket for a movie that started an hour earlier. We watched half the movie and we was like, oh, Incredible Hulk starting in 5 minutes. Mind you, this shit is sold out. Okay. So we jump across and we was like, man, my dad was like, come on, man, we about to go see Incredible Hulk. We want to see this shit. It was like, all right, bet. And you know, the original, the 2003 or whatever it was, whatever year it came out. And we jumped across and we went to go watch that. And people walked in the theater and they could not get in their seats. Bruh. I was in there so scared. I was like, damn, I know they got assigned seats in this bitch. They walked up by our row and was looking past our row, went to the next row and said, those two people ain't supposed to be in here because they don't got tickets for this movie. Show us your tickets. And they were like, we got tickets for this movie. It's like, get up out of here and go to the other movie. And we got to sit there and watch Incredible Hulk.
See, all the shit that
Man.
we did is the reason why they check tickets. But remember, when a big box office film came, like this is when movie theaters was basically breaking fire code. Motherfuckers was in the theater, sitting on the stairs, sitting on the floor.
I
Like,
was gonna say that honestly
like
for the
boys was
second
literally buying the
Transformers, I
people
was on the
bought the
stairs
front
watching
row.
that bitch.
Yeah, people bought the front row movie, watching that movie like this with their neck hurting. Like that's how bad they
Hey man, hey, say you talking a little too loud. I did that.
Hey,
I did that for Battle of the Gods when I went to Tinseltown and watched it. Me and Joseph went to watch it.
I did it for the first Guardians of the Galaxy because it was fucking sold out, and that was the only tickets I could buy. But thankfully,
for Avatar.
I was at Studio Movie Grill and the seats lean back, so I ain't have to do this.
Yeah.
I got to do that. But
I'm gonna say something. Y'all had to have noticed, but nowadays the auditoriums at movie theaters have less seats than before. The
100%.
bitches used to be fucking packed when we was kids.
No, without question. But we're
COVID plays a part in that.
especially you and I, Outlaw. We were real particular about where we go watch movies. Like we nowadays, as the adults that we are, we gotta go to a movie theater that serves adult drinks.
Yes.
Like if you don't serve adult drinks, I ain't even trying to fuck with it. Like so when we go to listen, let me tell you about me and Outlaw and our movie thing.
I
So
think
our
me
big
and you
thing,
both hit it and we removed him on accident.
Oh, okay. So me and Outlaw are big on watching all the new Marvel films when they come out. We usually go together and we go right there by Mr. Jim. We go to Showbiz over there in Baytown / Mont Bellevue.
But the crazy thing is we haven't run into each other.
So and here's why. It's not really because of that location per se, but it's because no matter what movie we go watch, the drinks are always themed after.
That should be the Doctor Strange one.
The
with
Doctor Strange one was the Doctor Strange and Shang-Chi. Doctor Strange and Shang-Chi were the
Say.
best drinks we had. Because boy, Doctor Strange had some phenomenal fucking drinks for that. Like I think that menu had like 6 drinks. We tried
There
like
was a
3.
Scarlet Witch one. That whole was
Yeah.
gas.
And then when we saw
So-
Shang-Chi, the Shang-Chi menu was fire too.
So I haven't been to the Baytown Showbiz in a while, but I go to the one right here off the Beltway now. Because
Yeah.
I mean,
Showbiz is a really good movie going establishment. And
Yeah.
I'm gonna say this, and I don't give a fuck who don't like it. Showbiz is a damn good first date spot. It's just a good date spot in general because you can go to the movies, you can drink, and you can go bowling. Like that shit. Like, and I'm because I'm
can't beat that.
and
they're going to
eat some
arcades.
decent food.
and you can go. Well, shit, Showbiz got some good ass food. I don't know about y'all. I fucks with the food at Showbiz, but I
I'll
do
say
think
this.
Studio Movie Grill food is better. I do think that.
Yeah.
It better be.
If I'm
They
going
charge
to
me right
Showbiz,
for
one,
that.
if I'm going on a date to the Showbiz that we go to, we going to walk-ons afterwards.
Facts.
Oh yeah.
Oh, we
We
definitely
going to
going to
walk.
without
Or
our
we gonna
kids
go down to
because
what's
we not bring
Donna Julio's.
Controversial,
Don Julio's.
controversial, but I hate walk-ons with a passion.
I'm sorry to hear that.
I hate that.
It's one right by my house, and I sure be.
But as far as Baytown goes, there is now a Longhorn Steakhouse in front.
Oh yeah, that Longhorn go hard. That Longhorn Steakhouse go hard right there.
Shit, I was just at the motherfucker on Friday.
Nigga, I was at the motherfucker on Friday. That's crazy.
Damn.
And y'all
We
didn't
went-
see each other.
We went after work. What you mean?
Look, y'all at the same establishment, ain't see each other. How like that's crazy.
I
But
went
He
like
probably
at
went. He
noon.
probably went earlier than me.
I went.
So,
I went
yeah.
earlier.
Well,
I went earlier.
his work schedule is very different from yours. So
Yeah, we didn't get a table until like 8:00.
damn.
And we left about 10:15.
All right, so we spent quite a bit of time on that first trending topic. I do want to transition
Oh,
to this.
by the
second.
way, before we leave the ding dong ditch thing, I just want to let everybody on here know it ain't never been called ding dong ditch for us. It's nigga knocking. Okay, so we can go
Yes.
ahead and pass that shit up.
The face palm was so loud that we heard it through the goddamn mic.
Moo, am I lying, Moo?
No, that's exactly what it was called. I'm not
I
saying
wasn't
it,
prepared for that.
but it's the
wasn't
truth.
prepared.
But at the same time, we do need to. We'll close this out by simply saying it's one thing for the kids to do it. It's another thing to tie in what Mr. Jit said about trends and everything else. These kids took it to another level by wearing hoodies and all black and ski masks and shit, and not only knocking on doors but kicking on them motherfuckers and shit like that. Like, bro,
That's wild.
We live in an era where everybody got cameras, everybody is strapped, and you don't really know who live where. And what I'm saying is very simple. If you do that shit to the wrong house, and that house has somebody that's a veteran that done been through some things, a retired police officer done been through some things, like, be mindful of what the fuck might happen. We've seen videos of people shooting through doors and shit like that, because if you act like a robber, you sound like a robber, you are being treated as a robber. And guess what robbers get? Clapped up. So just
Texas is a
Texas-
shoot first, shoot second, shoot third,
boy,
shoot fourth. and
when
then
I
ask
tell
questions.
you I have cameras and I have signs everywhere, not about weapons, but just in general, like, hey bro, don't knock on this door. There's a night shift worker to live. I got all kind of signs and shit around my house. Like, if you knock on this door, understand what the fuck might happen.
That's funny.
Just
Because I was knocking on your door and be like, I'll knock on Mr. GQ door and be like, have you heard the story of Jesus Christ? Where it clearly says on.
listen, when I tell you, I got videos from my security cameras of like vendors and shit trying to, they go around trying to sell solar panels and shit, and they get ready to knock on my door and they read the front door sign. Then they look to the left and see the warning, like, if you're not, all this other shit. They read that and I just watch them like slowly back away. I was like, I'm glad you read that. Reading is essential. But then there's this one time that this dude just knocked on my door, fucking from Vivint. Yeah, Vivint, that other security camera company. Still knocked on my door.
That.
So I opened the door with an attitude, and I went like Craig from Friday. I answered the door. Fuck
Moolish
you
in the
want?
background cracking.
Like, for real. I answered the door and I said, "What the fuck you want?" And so he was like, and then he started talking. I was like, "Did you read the sign on my door?" "Oh yeah, I read it." "And you still proceed to knock on my fucking door?" Like, the fuck out of here. So then I went back in the house
Nah,
and I closed the door.
you
I was
you
like,
you should have hit him with the baby boy. You got heart, nigga. That's what's going
Nah.
on. You got heart.
nah, he wouldn't have caught that reference. He wouldn't have understood. He looked too young for that. He'd have been confused.
Hey, I applaud the nigga because he's like, well, you know what? I see what he say, but I'm just trying to make a sale, man. He could
Listen,
respect that.
You know what the last sentence of the sign on my front door says? Will be hit in the face with a chair.
Trust me, I know what it says.
I know you know, but the world don't know. So I got to make sure everybody understand. There is a whole ass warning that you might get hit with in the face with a fucking chair if you knock on this door. So, but anyway, I digress. Let's move on to this other one because this topic, when I found it, I say topic, this story, when I found it, it was shocking. I've never encountered something like this. And this story literally came out on the 2nd of September, was updated today on the 3rd. So there was a 21-year-old cheerleader from Kentucky who was accused of hiding a dead baby in the
I
closet.
saw this.
And I was like, I thought it was a fake story. Like I did. I thought it was a fake story because it didn't.
It's real.
Yeah. So I had to do my thing. I was like, let me fact check. Let me pull the stuff. So let me read this to you guys. So a 21-year-old University of Kentucky athlete was arrested and accused of hiding her dead infant wrapped in a towel in a trash bag in a closet to conceal the recent birth. That whole sentence is diabolical by itself. In a towel, in a trash bag, in a closet. That's diabolical.
Somewhere away from her house.
Yeah, at a different house, which I hadn't got to that part, but but if you're listening, you caught that. So she's 21 years old. She was arrested Sunday and booked in the Fayette County Detention Center. She's been charged with abuse of a corpse, tampering with physical evidence, and concealing the birth of an infant. She was released on a $100,000 bond, which never mind. I'll talk about that in a minute. The court document says she was placed on house arrest at her parents' home in Jefferson City, Tennessee, 200 miles from where she was arrested in Kentucky. She appeared in court on Tuesday afternoon. She largely held her head down throughout the hearing, wearing a red dress, saying little to her attorney. So that's the updated story as of today. So let's go backwards. Let's go backwards in this story. You're accused of abuse of a corpse, tampering with physical evidence, and concealing the birth of an infant, and you were allowed to be released on a $100,000 bond. You killed a child. Let's just call it what it is. Let's just call it what it is.
Please let me go first.
You killed a child, and it's okay for you to be released on bond and then put on house arrest 200 miles away from where you were originally arrested in the first place. DJ Micah B, make this shit make sense.
Yeah, the problem is I can't make this shit make sense. That's the first issue right there. Okay, that's first and foremost. Yeah, Moo, I know that's the exact reaction you have. Your little profile pic when you're like, oh shit, it's about to go down, because it is. Mr. Gent, I'm the same way with you because I'm about to go Super Saiyan Shaq on these motherfuckers. Because let me tell y'all something, bro. We have so many preventive measures to make sure you don't have to kill a child. And the one simple one is a condom when you have sex. The next simple one is a Plan B pill after you have unprotected sex. In some states, within the first trimester or the first 3 months, there's abortion. And then on top of that, there's the last preventive measure in the USA where if you don't want the child, you could drop the child off at a fire station.
Yeah, it's called a SOS drop station or something of the sort. It's something like that.
My point here is $100,000 wasn't enough. That kid did not ask to be here. You killed a living soul. You killed a living soul. Like, if it was a stillborn child, you would have called the cops and said you gave birth to a stillborn child. You didn't call the cops because you gave birth to a living baby.
And so right now, that's the last part of this, like currently, because it's still currently an ongoing situation. That's what they're trying to determine still. So I just want to put some perspective on this for those three charges I read off. In the state of Kentucky, concealing the birth of an infant is a Class A misdemeanor. So understand that. Tampering with evidence is a Class D felony, which carries potential jail sentence of 1 to 5 years, ranging and fines ranging from $1 to $10,000. However, if tampered evidence is a human corpse, the charge escalates to a second-degree felony with a possible sentence of up to 20 years. Abuse of a corpse. Abuse of a corpse is a maximum penalty of 12 years in prison, along with the prison fine you face, $25,000 in fines, and it is a Class F felony. So the 12 years prison sentence is broken down into 7.5 years initial confinement and 5 years of extended supervision. So I just gave y'all a bunch of numbers that basically say this 21-year-old, if found guilty on all three said charges, is going to be gone until she's in her 60s, if not longer.
Not enough.
I understand. I'm just reading. I'm just reading off this stuff. So
I get it. I get it. I know niggas that do aggravated robbery that eventually get 98 years. Not enough. It's not enough. It absolutely is not enough. And if I'm telling y'all now, if she get that same shit that guy got last time where he raped somebody, and they were like, "Oh, years of imprisonment would have hurt him, so he's getting less years than normally." If that is to happen, I will be the first person in protest. I'm telling you now.
I'm just gonna say this. As a person who likes to be free and live their life without somebody telling me what the fuck to do, don't do crimes. Like, don't do shit that could put your ass in jail, because, like, just fucking don't. There's too much life to live out here on the outside to be on the inside. Like, you don't want a nigga to be telling you what to fucking do for 23 hours out the fucking day.
Shit, it might be 24 depending on who your cellmate is.
We don't want to talk about that part.
Well, if you join the military and you get Mr. GQ as your commander, you just never know, I guess.
No. I'm a quote outlaw and our eyes father. I'm too pretty for jail.
Well, I'm just talking about you owe 23 hours of your life to somebody else.
Shit, I owe 24 to a 4-year-old. What the fuck you talking about?
That is definitely true.
I was like, let's just start there. Like, damn, the rest of it is the 4-year-old that's currently sleeping in my house.
My about to be 6-year-old is asleep right now on my floor, and this is about as much as my life that's free as I can get, besides being physically at fucking work.
Yeah. I love not having kids. I'm not gonna lie to y'all.
So
don't. I'm not gonna say don't, but damn it, do it when you're really ready to be fucking selfless.
I'm not ready to be. You see how they work.
These motherfuckers want to be in your skin and shit. Like, back up.
Facts.
God damn.
So,
like,
continuing this,
niggas now Velcro babies.
Yeah, that is the term they use, Velcro babies.
Yep.
So let's continue this trend of college athletes doing outlandish things. Let's go to a college you don't expect shit like this to happen at, BYU. Come on,
I'm not gonna lie. I expect a lot of shit to happen to BYU because everybody act like they're Christian and holier than thou.
This situation is like the polar opposite of what you expect, as far as, like, just walk with me on this one, fellas. So, former BYU baseball starter sentenced for sexually assaulting a young girl for 5 years. That's the story right off the bat. This motherfucking story gets darker, and I'm gonna read this. YouTube. Those who watch, this is not a show intended for children. If you did not catch what I said at the very beginning in our intro about viewer discretion is advised, I'm repeating it. This show is not intended for children under the age of 17. There will be foul language and adult content. Viewer discretion is advised. Yes,
that's crazy. That's crazy. You sound the same exactly when you recorded it.
You're the voice.
I'm the voice. Everybody push your button and turn your chairs around.
This nigga sound the same.
Man, I ain't that good. I ain't turning my chair for that.
Hey, you know what? Fuck you. That's why your picture ain't on the screen right now in the first place.
Bro, he the best ad reading and all from the sidelines, dog. I don't know what else to say. That's crazy.
Hey, man, we'll get sponsored. Go ahead, read them ads, my boy.
Hey, when the sponsors come through, I'm reading them all.
The Colin Cowherd are from the sidelines. I see you.
I gotta say, Mr. Gent's a way picture that whole fire, but nigga, you bald. If you was Super Saiyan, we wouldn't know.
My
Be
beard be
more like
gone,
Nappa.
bitch.
He'd be like Nappa with the gold beard.
Be more like Nappa. But he can still go Super Saiyan, so it's okay.
He's
This
still
nigga
Super
moved.
Saiyan.
That's all that matters. At the end of the day, that's all that
Came in with a
fucking
kill
matters.
off.
You're right. But all right. So this story
I hate y'all.
so this
I really
story
do.
ironically, which I don't know how we missed this story because this happened back in August. Well, actually this story was posted a few days ago, but apparently this situation goes back like a couple years. So just hours after her first day of high school, this is a very dramatic story, so just bear with me, guys. A 15-year-old sat in a Fairmont County courtroom and told a full gallery of people, both known to her and not to her, about her life from the age of 7 to 12 when she was being sexually assaulted. Cameron Dean Dale, 22 years old, was sentenced by a district judge to a minimum of 5 and a maximum of 10 years in prison. Boyce then suspended the sentence and placed Dale on probation for 8 years. He was also given a 180-day local jail sentence that began on Tuesday, currently serving. After that, he will be required to complete 200 hours of community service. Dale was arrested on February 7th out of court in Brigham County, which led to a court basically for lewd conduct with the child. When he was extradited and booked into Brigham County Jail in Blackfoot, he was initially charged in 2 counties, Fremont and Bingham, both on 1 count of felony lewd conduct with a child. Dale later accepted a plea agreement where he agreed to plead guilty in Fremont County and to amended charges of 2 counts of felony injury to a child. In return, the prosecution agreed to drop the case in Bingham County and not require Dale to register as a sex offender while recommending a term of probation at sentencing. Dale was a senior baseball pitcher at BYU in Provo, but is originally from Blackfoot. No one gives a fuck. His information has been taken off of the BYU website. And then the victim speaks. So the victim and 3 members of their family impacted statements to the court, expressing their regret over agreeing to the plea agreement following an hours-long mediation session, explaining the pain their family has experienced since they learned of the sexual assault. This is the part of the story that the fathers on this panel are going to be the most hurt by. When I read this the first time, I wanted to jump through my goddamn screen and then like punch this dude in his nose. Her father described seeing his daughter's personality change drastically over the years and like it was and when he realized why. His quote directly, "I cannot even hug my daughter. Touch repulses her. She cringes and pulls away every time I make an attempt to hug her. Please let that sentence marinate for a minute." I'm going to read that one more time for those who didn't catch that the first time. "I cannot even hug my daughter. Touch repulses her. She cringes and pulls away every time I make an attempt to hug her. Listening to my daughter, her earliest memories of the abuse she can remember are the age of 7. I wish I could show you the videos I have on my phone of her at 7 years old. She is truly a gift from my heavenly Father. She was filled with pure, absolute joy. Her laughter is contagious, and to think she had to endure a personal hell until the age of 12 is at times too much to bear for me." Fathers, I'm going to let y'all cook on that.
I'm not a father. I'm gonna start, and I'm gonna tell y'all this: behind any of y'all kids, I wish a nigga would, because I will take the death penalty. Big facts. I wish a nigga would. That's crazy than a motherfucker. That is crazy. And then he got off easy. That's bullshit.
What was that movie with Sam Jackson? A Time to Kill.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
I already know where you're going with this, too.
If you know, you know. That's
Yep.
yeah.
We need to bring back burning at the stake.
Mm.
I need these people burned at the stake. I need this to happen, because with the last trending topic and this one, that's not justice to me, bro. Like, These are kids.
Yeah.
These are children, bro. Like,
Moo, I feel you with the burning at the stake, but fuck that. I'm gonna tell you what I'm gonna tell you what needs to happen. We need to bring back stoning to death.
so,
I feel for people like this, I feel like burning them at the stake is too fast. Too fast. You sit your ass in that hole and suffer.
Like
That's bullshit. He's
Death
getting
by
off that
1,000
easily.
cuts, bro,
like
because
the age of this girl alone should have put him away completely. 7 to 12.
death
If you
by
do
1,000
if
cuts.
you so if you do the math and you subtract it, he was 17. He was 10 years older than her. He was an entire 2 schools ahead of her. She was in elementary school and he was in fucking high school.
See, I would
Like,
I would be in prison. I would be in prison.
I'm going to be very
I'm going on the
honest
run.
here. I applaud her father because I don't think I could react the way he is. Like, I would have said what he said. Like, his
I gotta
quote is
go on the
great,
run.
but
I gotta go on the run.
yeah, we gotta talk about this.
I gotta go on the run. I'm going
Like,
on the run.
we gotta me and you gotta hit the gulag, my boy.
My
I'm
nigga, we
going-
ride
like,
at dawn.
we
You
gotta-
ain't, no,
like-
you ain't hitting no gulag.
No,
You
I
ain't
don't,
hit- this ain't gonna be
I'm going
fair.
on the run.
We ride at
listen.
dawn.
It don't need to
going
be
on the
fair.
run.
Listen, DJ Michael B. Last time I checked, I ain't no professional fighter or none of that shit. Ain't no such thing as a fair fight with me.
That's the only reason.
I know, but we
Only way.
riding at dawn.
That's the only
Because
way.
I can't, in my mind, process a 17-year-old high schooler and a 7-year-old kid. Those
Prison.
two things don't even remotely sound like they go together ever. Like nothing. And then all the way till she was 12, which is like, let's say early, maybe 6th grade, maybe, which means he was in college.
I'm going on the run.
He was in college
Mhm.
because he got arrested in February, this
going on
past
the run.
February.
Yeah.
You are 22. You are again 10 years older than her.
Going on the run.
Like you're an adult. You're a grown man with a child. You deserve like and I you know how they say like there's no honor amongst thieves and all this shit like that. This is one of those cases where I'm like, I do enjoy the fact that like however you feel about inmates in prison, they still have a code. They still have a code. And fucking with kids is a very strong code with them. Like, send that kid to General Pop and just let nature take its course. That's
Send him to my house. Right here, right now. Tell that. I'm telling you right now. Just right here in my backyard, right here. I promise you. I promise you.
look, I'm gonna put it. I'm gonna look. Let me.
The nigga won't make it.
Look, that's what he looked like, man.
The nigga won't send this nigga to my house, bro.
That dude is guilty of everything they say he did.
Bro. I
So,
got something
notice,
specifically for him. I got
fellas,
something for him, bro.
I want y'all to notice this. You see this sentence underneath this picture?
something
He
for him.
shed a single tear as the victim's stepfather spoke next, stating
gonna
that the
take
abuse
something else.
destroyed relationships in their families.
I got something for him. I got something.
So
You
see what he
dead.
look like.
You dead in court, nigga. You're not even leaving court. You're dead in court.
He wouldn't have made it to the courtroom, gang. He wouldn't have made it to the courtroom.
He's
There's
lucky
no way.
the cops caught him before the streets did.
There's no way that he would have made it within the vicinity of the courtroom because I'm skinning him alive prior to that.
I just need to understand the legal system in this situation. How was he even offered a plea agreement of any kind, given the nature of this crime?
The only way he make it to court is if I'm wearing his skin, because that's
Like-
that's how he gonna get.
Like,
I promise you.
and I genuinely mean that. Like, what judge is gonna be like, you know,
I'm gonna walk this.
I'm gonna accept this plea for this 22-year-old to have destroyed this young child's life. And it's not just the kid. Yes, the kid took the brunt of this, but you destroyed a family. This father has no clue when he's going to be able to hug his daughter again. He probably in the house, he probably can't even tap his daughter on the shoulder. She probably freaks the fuck out. She is legitimately broken. She is probably going to be in therapy for the next 10, 20 years.
This is lifelong trauma. Like this, not
Yeah,
I'm not
like
going to sugarcoat it. This is going to be some lifelong issues for the entire family.
Yeah,
And
like
like her whole life, she's gonna hate men.
Yeah, like, and it's like, like, and I feel for this girl so much because now it's like, being a father, it's like I couldn't be the father in this situation or the stepfather. I couldn't be either. I couldn't be either father in this situation because it just. And then at the same time, let's go to the other side of this. I can't be his parents in this situation.
Oh, I'd kill my child.
I'm trying, bro. We like Moolah's talking about, he wouldn't let our parents wouldn't let us make it to the goddamn courthouse. Our parents would have took care of that. On some shit like this.
I already know, like our dad would be beating. Don't let it be us. Don't let it be his kids doing some shit like that.
It'd be over with.
And the reason why this shit pisses me off so much, bro, is because like having multiple family members that have been through this situation and have literally told me to stay home. Like the first person that got the call was me, and they told me to stay home because they already know what I'm capable of, bro. And
I can't be the first phone call because I'm gonna be the last phone call.
I can't be the first phone call.
I'm gonna be the last phone call.
And they tell me
my family know not to call me no bullshit like this. I'm definitely not the first phone call.
When I tell you, it's not just one call. Like the whole family calls me, like, "Yo, stay your ass home because we know what you're capable of. Because if I step out that door, I promise you, it's going to fuck
That's
up."
the thing. While I'm on the phone and you telling me, I already picked up my keys. I'm already
And
walking
that's the
through.
problem,
I got your
because
location.
not only-
That's something.
Not
like
only do
I know
niggas
you
call
stay
me,
at. I'll follow you.
already
I don't
have
care.
half the family pulling up at my house, holding me back because they already know. I'm telling you, if I get out the door,
I don't have to. Like the thing with me is, I don't even have to go unlock the safe because everything I need is in the truck.
It's right there.
Hey, facts.
It's right there.
When I say everything, I
right
mean
there.
everything.
I will feel justified after too. I'm not even
Like
gonna lie.
I could have been on an episode of Dexter with the shit I got in my truck.
I promise you.
Like, and I understand people are not gonna like some of the things that we're saying in this conversation, but this is a conversation that needed to be had. And I hate that we're having to be kind of gruesome. I still have one more trending topic, and it's not about college athletes anymore.
I know.
Castrate them.
Can we have a little bit of a serious conversation about this? Due to the fact of all of us really do have daughters. We're girl dads.
100%.
And we need to have a conversation of how to prevent these things from happening.
100%.
So, yes, as far as preventing them, all we can do, realistically speaking, is make sure that our daughters are trained. And I don't mean trained in that. I mean just trained to defend themselves and to know and understand, listen, baby girl, you are not a professional fighter. So you know what that means? Poke them in the eye, punch them in the throat, kick them in the dick, pull their fucking earlobes off. I don't care what you got to do. Get out of that situation. Throw elbows, throw knees. Like you have more than just two fists. You got two fists, you got two elbows, you got two knees, and you got 2 feet. Use them all. Hell, headbutt him. One good headbutt to the nose changes the whole dynamic of a fight. Because if you can't see and you can't breathe, you can't fight.
And your
I
eyes.
always say this: we're gonna do with a gun in your face. Shoot first, ask questions later. Yeah, my daughters is gonna be strapped up. I don't go nowhere without mine. So try it if you want
like,
to.
Even now, like because my wife goes like she goes walking and running sometimes at night. She has pepper spray on top of having a thing on her. Sometimes it's good to have multiple things because in the moment it's going to be the first thing, however you react. Yeah. So if that's the fastest thing you can get to is like a pepper spray, that's cool because it's a hell of a deterrent. Because getting sprayed in the fucking eye, that shit fucking sucks. So that helps. You know what I'm saying? That at least helps jumpstart you getting out of that scenario. Or it buys you enough time to pull that thing and throw some rounds down. It does two things. It does two or if you're, and I'll do the same for my teenager as she gets older. Obviously, I don't want her to bring that shit to school because that's a whole other incident. But As she gets older, I'm like, look, always keep pepper spray on you or pepper gel, which if you don't know what pepper gel is, it's worse than pepper spray. Pepper
Yep.
gel is like cheese whiz in a fucking bottle. That shit sticks to your shit. That shit's
Mm.
worse. Yeah. So whatever you got to do to get yourself out of said situation, you must do it. You must have zero regard for that person in that moment because they've already made their choice. Your job in that moment is to teach them what happens when you fuck around and find out.
Hello.
That's it. So that's what I'm going to teach my daughter. I'm going to teach her what physically fuck around and find out means. Baby, if somebody fuck with you, do X, Y, and Z, and then call me. Yes, that rhyme. That's a bar for you.
Yeah. Hey, shit. Like I said, my daughters is gonna be trained up, and they will have that thing on them, most definitely, just like daddy. So try it if you want to, because you will get. Yeah, they
I
will
don't
knock
think
you
they
down.
understand. Y'all don't understand the music we used to listen to, man. Like
I'm telling you,
Wayne,
they will
Wayne
knock
made
you
a
down
song, always strapped when I hit the
when I
club.
hit the club.
Little Scrappy, you can get buck in the club, roll
What?
with your hood, get
Bro,
stuck.
bro,
Like,
get stumped in
like
the
do,
club.
do,
Whoa.
do not misunderstand.
Oh,
We've been talking about millennials this whole show. You might want to go back and listen to that 2000s music we was listening to because it was telling you a very direct message about who the fuck we are and the kind of
I'm gonna
kids
tell
we don't
y'all.
raise.
I'm gonna tell y'all one thing and one thing only. Bitch nigga, you can never ever, ever,
Ever,
ever,
ever
ever, 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 ever get on our
get on my
level.
level,
I'm telling you.
and you can nuck if you buck.
I'm warning anybody on this panel now. I don't have kids, but I have kids that I love. I wish a nigga would with any one of these people, kids on this panel, because I will bury you 6 feet under my damn self. And I will take the time and put a smile on my goddamn face too.
9.
He said 9. Oh, so our last trending topic, which is updated as of today, this has been probably the most controversial thing that's been going on for the last week. And it involves the Jeffrey Epstein, excuse me. So the survivors now are because there's been a big fight about the DOJ, Department of Justice, releasing these said files and the files not being released. So the victims came out today, excuse me, the survivors. I apologize for mislabeling you guys. The survivors basically said, listen, if they don't want to release the files, we're going to put the names down and publish the files ourselves because we, as the survivors and victims, know these people and have been abused by these said people. So we're going to, if you guys don't, release the names ourselves and put the names together and publish it ourselves. That's been the next big thing. This is like a really big thing.
Is that an Arizona sweet tea? I know it when I see it. Yeah, see, I know. Okay.
So this has been interesting. And so Lisa Phillips, I want to make sure I give her proper credit because she's the one that said that they've been discussing, creating their own list. So she's kind of been like spearheading this, kind of like the face of the survivors, which has been great. That's Survivor. So it's been great. I actually listened to, if you guys haven't had a chance, I urge you guys to listen to her speak because I applaud her because that's scary. I'm sorry, that's scary to come out, speak publicly, knowing the kind of world we live in, putting your face out there. That's yeah. I'm gonna leave it at that. I don't want to get too far into the weeds on that, but that's a scary place to be. And for her and the other survivors to stand behind her and support her, for her to come out and say what she said, I completely 100% applaud her because you're going after billionaire bullies and billionaire abusers and billionaire crooks and criminals. And billionaires tend to unfortunately have not so good agendas when they're threatened, if you will. So I hope that these women are being protected. I hope we get a resolution of sorts. And to be honest, if I can be honest, I think it's stupid that this information is not out there in the first place. Like the fact that this information is basically being red taped, under lock and key, filed away, hidden away, however you want to frame it, I already think that's wrong. But we understand the situation and where we live and why things are the way they are. And we know about, as we call, the good old boy system. So we understand why but it's dumb, it's ridiculous, but it's because they know for a fact, and I think the entire world knows this because this is not just a US thing. This affects people across the globe. Like, if this list comes out, not even if, fuck that, when this list comes out, we're going to be shocked and not shocked simultaneously with the names that we see, the influence of people, because the rumors of the people that are on this list are already diabolical. So imagine when the actual information is public information and all these podcasts and all these journalists and all these reporters get their hands on it and start reaching out. Imagine the media mafia is going to people's house. Hey, such and so, you came up on the Epstein list. Like, these individuals are going to get bombarded, deservedly so, for their whatever level of involvement they had with this scenario. And to be completely honest with you, every single one of you, man or woman, or whatever your pronouns are, if you are on this list, you deserve everything that's coming your way. Period. This list would be the greatest karma we've ever seen. And this is also kind of like Pandora's box. Like, it's going to be dangerous when this box is open. Like, it's going to be dangerous. However, this is very much like, I'm gonna keep tying this in with metaphors, so y'all have to excuse me. This list is gonna be very much like Thanos snapping, because a lot of people that we know and support are probably on this fucking list, and they are going to be, for the rest of our lives, erased from innocence.
I'm gonna say
no
this.
longer gonna go ahead.
No, the whole, like, the people. There are some people on that list that we probably know and support. Fuck them. If the black community can get over Bill Cosby and R. Kelly and forget about them niggas and leave them niggas to rot, we can let anybody fucking go. Besides Chris Brown, for some fucking reason. I don't know why that nigga keep getting a fucking get out of free jail card with niggas, but you know,
because people can spend $1,200 and take a picture with them.
There's that, but at the same time, there was a time where shit, you could probably spend some money and get peed on by R. Kelly. So this is
true. God, I mean, frame it how you want, but I mean, where's the lie? Like, we understand that, you know, he's put away for what he did, but we also need to. There are people out there with some very odd fetishes.
There are people out there that
is 100% one of them.
Yeah, so I mean, I don't want to this day.
Yeah, I don't want to kink shame. If you gonna pee on somebody, make sure they're at least of legal age. Like,
facts. I don't care what you decide you're into, just be of legal age. That's
I'm not even
both parties involved.
I feel like some things need to be shamed. Not even gonna hold you.
Yes, we need to bring back public shaming.
Moo, do you want to know why I'm not gonna shame it? Because I don't want to fucking know.
Like I said, I'm not gonna list it, but you niggas know what y'all be doing. And
oh yeah,
y'all need to be shamed. I'm not even gonna lie to you.
Moo, if you could have been a fly on the wall in the conversations that Outlaw and I were having this weekend with some close friends, boy, I tell you what now, woo-wee.
None of us are innocent here.
No, but not to.
You sounded tired just saying that. Just knowing the information sounds like a weight on you.
To that particular degree, we are. That one thing I talked about,
you know,
I had to change my headline because I almost put something in that realm, and I was like, I'm not gonna do it because only people that's gonna get it is you and I. I was like, I'm not gonna do that right now.
We ain't got to do it, but I do feel like one of these days we gotta talk about on the podcast smut.
Yes, and but we need Axel to be here as well.
I can get my boy. I'd be like, hey, look, we're gonna talk about some smut tonight.
Yeah, well, because he was a part of this conversation. He needs to be involved in this, like, because we all talked about it. So, you know, we want to make sure
had a lot to say about it too.
Exactly. So we need to make sure, because I think people need to hear that viewpoint because it's very valid.
I can bring some people that can contribute to that sort of conversation.
Listen, that might legitimately be a gentleman's talk after dark only episode that airs at literally starting, like, it would have started 36 minutes ago. We would have to start at like 10 p.m. because that don't need to be on the
Adult Swim type show.
That do not need to be on the regular gentleman's talk airway. I'm just gonna say that because it gets very dark. Very dark. For those who are old enough, just think about the movie Pathology. That's all I'm gonna say. Just think about that
You know,
movie.
you know.
That's all.
You know,
That'll give you the perfect glimpse into how dark we can get. I'm gonna say it and I'm gonna leave it right there because Outlaw already eloquent. Well, actually, me and Outlaw both we absolutely destroyed 50 Shades of Grey a couple episodes back, so y'all understand how we feel about certain things. So there's that. So we covered all those things. That was great. We really hit all the main topics that we wanted to hit because I knew what's trending was going to be the vast majority of the show. You guys came in a little bit late, so y'all actually missed the ghetto school chronicles as we were talking about in the chat.
I was watching, but
like we was really it was me and Outlaw going back and forth on the ridiculous things that our toddler terrorists have been doing, but justifiably, you know how it goes. So I'm never gonna forget shitty water. Never.
That was dumb. I was like, what the fuck?
Hey,
Like since you heard it
it'd be
from
like that.
from your foxhole as a father, what would you have done in that scenario?
Cry.
He gonna cry in the car.
You know, I gotta say something. I commend my millennial parents, most of
Facts.
you niggas, not all of you. Because I know if that would have happened back in the 90s, Calissa would have had her ass beat.
Boy.
That would have been, you just
Boy.
beat.
Yeah. No, low key, it would have been twice. You would have got whichever parent was home, and then the other parent, like when they got home.
Man.
Because that's one of them stacked up, double up. But here's the other thing that we got, because we talked about it this weekend about the living room kids. Back in the 90s, she wouldn't have been in the parents' bathroom. That was even more. So you know what? We've been doing this litmus test. I'm gonna keep doing this. So Mike, I got a question for you. I'm gonna ask all y'all this question. Outlaw already answered. So when you were a kid, did you ever go in your mama's room?
Nigga, what?
Mr. Gent, did you ever go in your parents' room when you were a kid?
Seldom. And
Okay.
usually just to get my ass whooped. That's
I just know you ain't asked me such a stupid ass question because nigga, what?
Moolage, what about you? Did you ever go in your parents' room?
I was the oldest, so yep, I had to.
Yeah, so you and I did the same. Like I had to go in there to wake mom up to get us, take us to school and shit like that. But like for the most part, right, we all viewed our parents' room as like the holy ground.
Sacred
Like
land.
even when you went in there, when your mom was like, "Hey, go get something off the dresser," you felt different opening that door. You was like, "I don't want to touch nothing but that bag that she told me to grab, or that item she told me to get." Like,
but we were perfectly right in thinking we didn't want to touch nothing.
Hell yeah!
Reason.
Like I remember the first time when I was a kid, when I was an older kid, and I went into my parents' room because she told me I could go in there to use the bathroom because we were having like a gathering or something, and I was just like, yo, this is weird. Because, you know, when you're a kid, like how we grew up, you're not used to bedrooms with a bathroom in it.
No.
So that whole concept is like, there's a door within a door.
I never thought about that.
Yeah, it's like there's a door within a door, and you're like,
you ain't forget about that. You ain't go through it.
Like it's so fucking foreign because you didn't, as a kid, when you grow up, you know, we grew up, we ain't really had no bread. So you didn't even know that a master bedroom had a bathroom. Like, like
master bedroom. Master bedroom in my house, man.
That part, bro. A walk-in closet was diabolical as a kid. You was like, yo, my mama got
all the hiding spaces in this bitch.
Like,
dog.
Speaking of
master bedroom meant back in my day was my mom got her own bedroom. That's all it meant. Where I wasn't allowed to go. That's what that shit meant back then.
Well, look, I can say this. I remember going into being in the house, having to go into the room to go get toilet paper because we ran out.
Yep.
If you did not find it, if it's not in the usual spot,
you did not rummage.
You did not rummage. Mama, I didn't find it.
Get the hell out.
Do you know why you don't rummage? Outlaw, would you like to go into what we talked about? Why we don't rummage in our mother's closet specifically, or her drawers?
Man, you gonna find 2 things that you ain't supposed to find. 3 things actually: Christmas presents, a gun, and your mama toy.
If you want to bring it back old school, they had them damn DVDs in the motherfucker too.
All the nasty ones. I remember I found my first shoe by
Okay.
motherfucking man.
I'm gonna catch y'all
Bro.
motherfuckers later. You see, this shit getting too crazy for me now. Hey, it's your boy DJ Micah B. My final thoughts are: it has been great tonight. We've had reminiscing, we've had serious conversations, and trust me when I tell you, them serious conversations was real. Try any one of these niggas' kids and see if I don't come find you, and I'm dead serious.
Oh my god. Oh, I'm glad we got to end this show on a high note because God bless. Mr. Jim, what are your final thoughts, sir?
No, great shot. Great show. Go ahead and follow us on everything, all platforms. And protect your kids. Teach your kids, protective measures. Make sure they stay where they need to be at, And if they're not where they need to be at, make sure you have a way to find them. So
Sketchers got air tags, by the way. Just letting y'all know. That's a new thing.
Say that one more time.
Sketchers
got air tags.
So
they got shoes with air tags in them.
So there's another company that just developed a not so air tag, but it's like a card. It's like look like a credit card. So I'm very much I'm looking into those as well because they're a lot more concealable, which I would be because air tag, it's kind of a pain in the ass depending on where you put it. So you got to be, be careful with that. But anyway, Outlaw, your final thoughts.
I didn't get to get into my tagline, but I'm gonna make it short, quick, and succinct and concise. Whatever, fuck it. Never fix what somebody else broke. What that means is for the fellas and the ladies out there in the dating world right now, if a motherfucker is still traumatized from what somebody else did to them, this ain't the build a bitch fucking workshop. This ain't fucking hope reparations. Like, do not try to fix some fucking body. Leave that broken motherfucker where they at. Let them fucking fix themselves. No.
Hey, this nigga spitting.
As somebody who just turned 34 and has been dating for about 20 fucking years now, if the motherfucker can't come correct right fucking now today, leave their ass where they fucking met them. Like, just don't fucking do it. Don't try to fix no fucking body. It don't fucking work out for you.
Cook. Talk to him, Moo.
Hey, man. Another great show. Make sure you guys tune in tomorrow to PVT because we are back. We got a crazy debate tuning in. So make sure you guys tap in with that. Inside the Huddle back on Friday. As you guys already know, we got football tomorrow. Eagles, Cowboys. I hope everybody's ready because it's about to go down. Never touch anything in your mama's room because, like I said, it's sacred land. And if you move something, you're going to get fucking cursed. It's going to be the curse of an ass whooping. I'm going to see y'all tomorrow.
That curse lingers.
You heard what he said.
It
does. You heard what he said. So I'm going to start backwards and work my way to where we are now. I'm going to go back to Friday because I was on Inside the Huddle Friday with my boys because the doc was absolutely fire and it was calling my name and we had a special.
I would just like to say while you're here, I think I surprised you, Moo, and Mel. Well, not you. Not you.
I'm about to say you ain't surprised me. Shit.
But I surprised Moo and Mel when I cooked and what I was talking about. Even Moo was like, "Oh, this nigga no." Yes, I do. So I miss talking football.
What DJ Micah B said is perfectly in tune with what I'm about to say because I had a blast. I love talking football with my boys because it's always a good time. If you don't know college football, please do not argue it. That's how I'm going to say that.
Ludacris said, "If you can't stand the heat, get the fuck out the kitchen."
Because
I saw it, and it was entertaining.
Like, no, and it goes into a generalized thing because me and Moo been talking about this. Like we've had we've had other people in the social media comments say things, and I'm like, did you watch the show? Like, I can tell you didn't watch the show because of how you commented, and you don't even understand the context of why what was said in the first place, which is fine. But before you talk, you probably should watch because if you watch, it would make a lot more sense. Because if you seen, all you saw was the social media clip that had a picture of Vince Young and Cam Newton, and all you did was pick a side. First of all, you're wrong. Let's just start with that. If you in any way, shape, form, or fashion thought, and I will stand on this and I will die on this fucking hill. If you thought Cam Newton was a better quarterback in college than Vince Young, you were not watching college football. Period. You weren't. I'm sorry. You weren't. Cam was good for one season. Vince was good for a career in college. Wasn't the best. Now, it literally switched places in the NFL. Like, obviously, Cam was a better NFL quarterback than Vince Young, but Vince Young also went to the quarterback death trap known as Jeff Fisher. But that's neither here nor there. We were talking about college specifically, and this individual thought that, Cam Newton was the best college quarterback of all time, and I was able to name 9 quarterbacks that were better than him. But
I would
that's
just
okay.
like to say, this is how I feel when y'all dumbass niggas out there tell me that Michael Jordan was the best college basketball player ever. That's exactly how I feel.
Stop it. That ain't never mind. We'll be on this bitch for another hour if I start going on that. We start talking college basketball. Fuck all that. Anyway, I just had to get that out of the way. You will see me again on Inside the Huddle. Just know when I pop up, I will be in my best Coach Prime / New England Patriots style, get up, ready to rock and roll. Because that's how we do. Great show tonight. This show was a lot more on our serious side. We don't get to have these types of conversations very often because we try to be the fun loving. Y'all come through, take a break. But sometimes we do have to have these serious shows because it's some fucked up shit happening in this world. Let's just be real. Let's keep it a buck. And I'd rather you hear it from us than watch the evening news and hear their watered down, not so transparent version. You're going to hear our fuck around and find out version, which I feel is much more entertaining. So that's why we do this. I appreciate having the panel as per usual. The Infinity Gauntlet was completely together tonight. It was great. We have got some serious shit cooking coming up soon. Outlaw's got a project that is going to be an entire show for us, and I can't wait to piss off some people on that one, which tends to be our favorite thing to do on Gentleman's Talk, which is piss people off, especially y'all out there with your fucked up dating credit scores. I said what I said. That's a little preview into what that is. Some of y'all got some serious fucked up dating credit scores, and some of y'all can't even get a cosigner for the loan because your group that's around you is so fucked up that you would have a fucking security deposit and have to pay the next 3 months of fucking rent to even find somebody worth quality. I said what I said. That's a preview of what kind of cooking I'm gonna do. So tell a friend to tell a friend. Make sure y'all like and subscribe. And if you are already liked and subscribed, hit that little bell so that when you get that notification that we about to go live, you ain't gonna miss a beat. Because this show started with 2 and ended with 5. Because sometimes that's just how the vibe is here at Gentleman's Talk. So as per usual, ladies and gentlemen, chat, we loved y'all. We love that y'all were out and about. We love y'all. We appreciate y'all. And we are
motivation in you and inspire the world to do what you can. If you love it, then fuck it, get through it. Mumble mentality activated. I waited for so long, and burdens I'm outweighed.